Morning. Y'all didn't hear me? No? Well, let me say it. Y'all didn't hear me? What I said was, this phone, I know you lying. Then I said, oh, this phone done got too hot. It said it had to shut down because it was too hot. So it was too hot because of y'all. I'm telling y'all. Now, I know we bringing in a little heat this morning. You know what I'm saying? We doing our thing or whatever. But it really was y'all. Y'all were too hot for our phone. So it just shut down on us. So who told y'all to be waking up fine this morning on this good Sunday? Because clearly, y'all all over there at the house looking fine. Or out and about on this Sunday looking fine. Y'all shut down my whole phone. It couldn't even take y'all. It couldn't even take y'all. Just shut down. Period. Just shut down. What's up, DJ New Era? I see you. What's up? So listen. What I was saying was, did y'all see the shades? I think y'all did. The shades. Giving them away today. Go place your order. 30% off. Girl, that's you. No, that's y'all. I'm telling y'all, it's y'all. 30% off. The code is Los Angeles. Okay? And you also get in the running and win these blue shades because they are cute. Now, I'm going to show y'all the ones I got me. Now, if y'all get too froggy, I don't really want to do no giveaway for these because I like my shades. I was saying, y'all get too froggy, I may have to give away 2 pair of shades. But I don't know. I'm going to have to see what y'all sales looking like. Because I like my little shades I bought for myself. Thanks, Brian. Yes. Pen. Let me show you guys. What y'all think? Look at them. Boom. Yeah, I don't know. Because I was going to wear these. I want these for me. I bought those pretty gold, but I think I'm going to order those gold ones for me too. But these are the other Louis shades I got out while I was out there in LA. I kind of really like them. Oh, T-Talk with your girl. I see you up in here. I see all of y'all. Shout out to all the content creators that I see. I saw Here for Hot Tea, Trending, Journey to Jasmine, T-Talk with your girl. I saw the Millimeters fan page, Melody Cherie fan page. Oh, those are cute. Yeah, these are cute too, right? Girl, I'm telling you, I'm about to be rocking these today while I'm out here in these streets. I'm rocking these because they match my jacket and my shoes. This is what I'm rocking today. The first are my favorites though. Facts. See, that's why I'm giving those away. Oh, you back out here, Blake? Blake? Y'all see Blake. Y'all go follow Blake. Blake be over there running Icon. Blake. While my students said you didn't send them that thing you told me you was going to send them for free last night. Blake. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I know you got something to say. Let's talk about it. Blake. Brian is in the house. My graphic creator, Brian B. Cole Art. I see you. Braylon, I see you. Another content creator, Braylon Lee. Chit Chat with QT is in the house. Here for Hot Tea, Training, Journey to Jasmine, all of y'all. Happy Sunday. Can I show the giveaway again? I missed it. Yeah. Am I a cute cougar? No, I ain't no cougar. I can't even say it. Heck no, I ain't no cougar. You better go on somewhere with that little boy. Go on, little boy. I ain't no cougar now. You better go on now. No, baby. Now go on now. Where them shades go? Where's the box? Oh, let me see. Now go on. Can't even say it because that ain't a part of the vocabulary that my mama even taught me. I'm not nobody's cougar. Now you better go on. Look. Why y'all sending all these laughing faces? Look. These are shades we're gonna give away today. Okay. Now you better go on, little boy. This ain't what you want. Now go on now. Y'all know I gotta make y'all laugh, but y'all saw that come up there. Y'all saw it. No. Melody and people, please say a prayer for me. I have vertigo and it's bothering me like a couple of days now. Oh, we're gonna pray for you because that's what Lauren has too. And it bothered her for about 2 weeks not too long ago. Girl, I told her it was her fault though. Blake, when you get off live, check your text. Hit me. Blake. I'm gonna check it. But Lauren has that too. We definitely gonna be praying for you. But I told Lauren it was her fault. Yeah, I got to the root of it for her. I got to the root of it for her. Let me tell you something. Lauren went and got her hair shampoo, and she decided to change the side of her part for her sewing. And I told her, girl, that's what offset your vertigo. I just learned how to say that word because I had never heard of it. I kept saying that thing that start with a V. But I got it now. It's vertigo. So anyway, then I heard that's something that older people get. So I said, what you doing with vertigo, girl? You know, I have to pick with Lauren. And so I told her when she changed that side of that part, she had that sew in, she changed the side to the left instead of the right. That's what threw her head off balance. That's what I told her. That's what I told her when that happened. And then we laughed. I see Queen Sheba just came in the building.
Come here.
Hey, Queen Sheba. We've been shouting out all the content creators this morning. Yes, that's what happened to Lauren. Lauren was suffering from vertigo. She started it back up when she got that part changed to the other side. And I ain't telling y'all nothing.
You are not a cat. Stop, Milo.
She was in there doing all these exercises and stuff like that.
I already said hi to you. I want to say hi to you.
Head certain ways and stuff and all that stuff. I said, trying to be grown. Nobody told you to change that part in your head. But it happened right after that. So that's what I believe for real. The same day. That's when her vertigo started acting up. Ain't nobody tell her to do that. She been wearing the part on that side all that time. And she switched it up.
I love you a lot.
Said she was stuck where everything was spinning. She was out of work for like 2 weeks. I miss Lauren. Told her don't do that no more. Queen Sheba said don't do Lauren like that. We've already laughed about it, talked about it, all that good stuff. Not the part caused it. It did. But it did though. It did. It did. All this time, let me tell y'all, all this time she's been with me. 2 years. I had never heard of nothing about no vertigo or had her having an experience. And then all of a sudden, after you change that part on that sew-in, you can't come to work and stuff spinning and you going to the doctor and you doing these exercises. That's what did it. I'm going to look at what changed. No matter what, whatever is happening, my first thing is going to be, what was the change that occurred? The only change that occurred was that part in her head. It's the truth. It's the truth. So, it offset it. Now, somebody asked me, how can you win the shades? I pinned it. Go to 7thAvenueBeauty.net. Use the code Los Angeles to get 30% off, and you'll be entered to win. We're doing the drawing today. Well, the giveaway today. Y'all know we go live and we choose together. We're doing that today. Okay. The semicircle in the inner ear that is off. Yes, they need to reset those. When she moved that part, she started tilting her head a different way that threw off the center part in her ear. Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's the part. You know, because whenever you have a part in your head, you tend to lean a certain way. The part where the heavier hair is.
She's funny.
I'm saying when she changed up her part in her head and that sew-in, her head started going another way.
You are hilarious.
What does the shades look like? I'm going to pull them out again for y'all. That's what happened now. I told her that's what she did to herself now. Y'all said y'all weak. I told Lauren that's what she did to herself. Here we go.
Those are nice.
These are the shades we're giving away today.
Okay. Oh, those are flossy.
These are the
Hope shades. You guys made your 7th Avenue order. That lemon drop skin system is great.
Y'all bought so many dollars on oils yesterday. I don't know if y'all have been to my feed or not, but if you haven't, you need to go over there, baby. Because obviously the way I was glistening.
She did. She looked ever so.
And glowing. Listen, them body oils started selling like crazy, okay? Go on over there, look on my feed. You'll see the video. I was sitting out there looking real cute, and I was shining. And I had to show y'all that it was my body oil that I put on. And I like to put my body oil on when I get out the shower, while I'm still wet, right? While my pores are still open. I like to rub my oil on. Then I dry myself off. My feet feel great. If I had a man who was rubbing my feet, he would not be saying, "Ooh, your feet rough," because they're not.
Right.
And they're not rough because I maintain my feet in between pedicures. And the way I maintain my feet is I actually use my body scrub on my feet, and then I put my body butter on my feet with socks.
Okay. She said her man like
My
it.
body oil does not make you sweat. It does not transfer. You're
Make
not
me
gonna put it on and
sweat.
see it all over your clothes.
Make me
None of that.
water.
No. I promise you that. Like, I'm telling you that. Let the record show that. Okay. And I know because I use it every
Grand Rising, Steven. I love you. Thanks for being here.
I told y'all yesterday.
Love you.
Scrub and exfoliate your skin because we don't want to be in no valley of dry bones or dry skin. Okay?
Right.
Everybody wants somebody they can touch that when they touch them, they feel soft. Their hands feel soft.
Right.
Their legs feel soft. Their arms feel soft. And their feet feel soft. So go get you some body scrub and rub it
She
on your
is
body
so
and your
gorgeous.
feet.
And I love her short hairdo making a
Body
comeback.
scrub on the feet. I've never done that. Chit chat with QT girl. Yes.
Yes.
Whenever
Any kind
you
of
are
scrub
in
on
that,
the feet.
Shower or that tub, baby girl, I'm gonna need you to pick them feet up, baby, with some of that scrub on your hands and start rubbing it on your feet. Start rubbing it on your feet. Get underneath at the bottom, down there at the heel.
Yeah.
You know, go on over there and get at the heel with my body scrub and let it exfoliate and get rid of the dead skin. Okay?
I got a big body. I wish she made her jars bigger.
Your man, your future man, whatever, will thank me later. Okay? Do that. And then let's talk about these lips, because don't nobody got time for no rough lips either. Who want to be kissing somebody and it's just crunchy and hard, like these waves in my head? Don't nobody have time for that either. Like, we don't want lips feeling crunchy or kind of hard like no waves, okay? So get my lip scrub. Quit playing like you just already together. Get that lip scrub. Scrub them lips every other day. Okay? What's up, real estate Diddy? Listen, we appreciate you, real estate Diddy, because my students had a ball yesterday going to those properties. They were changing locks. They was boarding stuff. They was doing winterizations. Man, they had a good time. Thank you so much. But anyway, quit thinking you already together. Quit thinking you already that girl, that guy, whatever, and get your lips scrubbed. They all smell good. Now, if you don't want to eat it and lick it a little bit, but don't do it, because it's not to be eaten. I mean, you ain't gonna die, but it's not to be eaten. But yeah, get your lip scrub. Get your lip scrub. As a matter of fact, I have two new flavors coming out this week. I'm not about to tell y'all what they are. I ain't gonna tell y'all right now. Just know they already ready. I may put it on my story today. 2 new flavors, because y'all love the way my lip and face scrubs smell. Like, we don't play, okay? We don't take any shortcuts over here. We love for you guys. That's why my returning customer rate that I've posted in the past was like 83%. Because 83% of people who buy from 7th Avenue Beauty return. And the reason they return is because it works. Like, it works. Ain't nobody, we ain't in no recession, but we about should be in a recession because everything high. I'm sorry. Hold up. No, we ain't in no recession, we're in inflation. Well, everything is high right here. So my point is, ain't nobody out here just spending money on nothing that don't work. So the reason that my returning customer rate is 83% is because people come back because my stuff works. Why y'all laughing? Y'all know everything is high.
It is high.
I feel like they trying to kick us out, make us want to leave the U.S. It's high. All this stuff going up, cost of living high, and the pay is not matching. What y'all making on these jobs? We was talking about it.
It's not.
And what folks making, and the way cost of living, grocery, gas, and everything. I mean, I don't see how they expect folks to be surviving over here. It's crazy.
They don't.
Just being honest. When do you have extra money to travel? You know, to do all of the other things that you may want to do. But where is the money?
The money is in other countries.
Preservation courses. Some of y'all keep sleeping on my master class. But I've had students who resign from their 9-to-5s because they was doing so well in my class. And I ain't running, after this sale right here for $19,999 that's running right now, I'm not running another sale till probably Black Friday. I'm not doing it. So, just not. So if you want to come on over here, yes, you can buy with Afterpay. If You want to come on over here and get in this masterclass so you can get another stream of income so you can start setting yourself up to be able to really live. Because right now, what people are getting paid and how much these groceries and stuff cost, the math ain't math.
Not math.
So you need some more money.
You do.
Just saying, you need some more money.
And it takes money to make money, y'all.
I've been in this game for 14 years, property preservation. If you want to come over here and learn from me, 14. Earl been in it for 20. Earl been in it for 20. I've been in it for 14. You want to come learn from us, then come on. Okay? But anyway, if you want to stay over there and keep on just sitting at home after work because you can't afford to go nowhere else, I would just be praying for you and help God to show you something different, because that's not, I just don't believe that is how we're supposed to be living. When are you able to even give back? When are you able to bless somebody else? See, that is big for me. I love to be able to bless other people.
Yes, givers gain.
I know the standard of living that I desire. So that means for me, I have to do the things I need to do.
Givers
to
gain.
do what I want to do. Just saying. So while this class is $1,001 off, $1,001 off, $3K to $19.99, you better go over there and get in. Class starts in April. Okay? Come on and join. All right? Period. Now, back to this 7th Avenue Beauty.net. We're not about to be, and it's about to be springtime, so y'all about to want to put on
spring forward, fall back today, you guys.
Sundresses.
Spring forward, fall back.
Your arms, your legs, everything, your stomach. Okay? Do you know exfoliating your skin and using the correct moisturizer, which is my body butter, afterwards can also help reduce cellulite? Also can help reduce, stretch marks. Yeah. Maintenance, taking care of yourself. So run on over there, get those products, 30% off. Los Angeles is the code. Okay. Los Angeles is the code, 30% off. Somebody said Mel ain't lying. You can make it a career, but you must be ready to work. That's right, baby. You can't be selling it.
You got to come ready to work. I'm expanding in all 50 states. If anybody else who watches this is looking for an entrepreneurial experience, the endeavor that I have is only $199. And it gets you started with your licensing. And you can start making money in 14 days within 14 days after you sign on. And it is being a financial professional, so you would have to become licensed in your state. But you would also be able to have an alternate stream of income, work anytime you wanted, from anywhere, and help families create the lifestyles they want and leave the legacies they want to live.
What I need to know is,
now I heard that Melody.
That part is private. Oh, so you ain't gonna tell us so you just gonna give us a little bit and say somebody said something about it last night, but you ain't gonna give us the details, sis. See, we likes to know the details. So, like, for example, if you kissed your man last night and he said, "Hey, your lips soft, or your lips smell good," what's that? We want to know.
Yeah, we want to know.
We want to know if your man was rubbing your feet last night and then they were like, "Ooh, your feet feel good." We want to know. We want to know. If you are buying my product for your man because you tired of his dusty, crusty feet, and when he started using it, they smooth. Now we want you to tell us that too. Did you say, "Ooh, baby, your feet feel so much better"? Tell us. We want to know. Y'all know I like to cut up. Y'all know I like to cut up, okay? But we want to know. I can tell you this right now. I don't walk around ashy or crunchy.
Ashy.
The only crunch you're gonna get is a crunch on these finger waves, baby. I'm just saying. Everything else is gonna be smooth, soft, and gentle. Thanks to 7th Avenue Beauty.net. See, y'all think I just be talking, but you go read them reviews for yourself. You ain't gotta believe me. Go read the reviews for yourself. Go read the reviews for yourself. Y'all know we have an amazing Black female chemist in the United States of America. And I have to say that because a lot of people be getting stuff from overseas. And I'm not saying, hey, you do your thing and you know everybody has levels and standards. And, you know, y'all have seen me at my chemist's warehouse, in her lab. Y'all have seen it all. So that's what we do around here. I know the hair growth oil is the truth. My locks have new growth since using it. Girl, I know Chef Dun Dun is in the chat. What's up, Chef Dun Dun? Yes, I already know that my hair growth oil works. I had to make sure it worked on me before I gave it to y'all. Do y'all remember when I ordered some sponges and they sent me some sponges that didn't quite look right? So I told y'all I was going to sell them. They came in, they weren't right, and I said, I'm sorry, y'all, but I can't give this to y'all. I said, I'm sorry. We're going to have to wait about 2 more weeks because I can't do it. It ain't the quality that I wanted, right? Because that's how I stand on business. So before I could start giving y'all the hair growth oil, after she and I had worked on it, and I'm the one, I'm using it, she's using it. Now, you know, she's been doing hair in the hair industry for a long time. Y'all know my chemist that's her thing, right? That is her thing. So anyway, I used the oil because I had a spot in the middle top of my head that I didn't even know was thinning, that I didn't know was struggling. Baby, one day somebody took a picture when they was doing my braid down, and I was like, what? I don't feel, they were like, you've been stressed. I said, I don't feel like I've been stressed. I feel like I've been living. But you know, you have things that be happening subconsciously. You have things that are happening that you don't even realize are happening in your body, changing your hormones. And I was like, I know you lying. So I started using my oil because I had to put it to the test first to make sure before I sold it to y'all. So I started using my oil. I have posted the before and after pictures. If you want to go see, I stood right in my closet in my mirror, pulled my other mirror that my jewelry sits in, and took a picture of the back of my head in that spot to show y'all. Okay? The hair growth oil is definitely working for me. I already know. I've been trying to tell them. And let me talk about the hair mask. We talk about protecting your hair and putting moisture back in your hair. That's what that hair mask does, and it smells amazing. It smells absolutely amazing. It's like soft, clean. That's the word. It smells clean. And while we're talking about this, no man wants you laying around and your hair smelling all bad. So get the hair mask. Okay? Mm-hmm. Y'all all on here talking about, hey, y'all better be listening while y'all over here having y'all conversations.
It's all connected.
I love the hair mask. My coils be defined. Come on, Journey to Jasmine. Let them know, Journey. Let them know. Let them know.
Yeah. So anyway, do you think this is her natural hair? I think it still might be a protective style. I think her hair is longer than this.
But no, I am about to be at the Biltmore to do my walkthrough with my planner, just to make sure everything is perfect for the 30th. I think I have 8 to 10 tickets left over there or something like that. If you want to be present in Atlanta on March 30th, head over there. If you want to join my masterclass for $1,000 because you're tired of living paycheck to paycheck or making just enough where you can't even do nothing extra, you can't go out of town, you can't go out with your girls, you can't do none of that, and you like, no, I need another stream, come join my masterclass, okay? Come join my masterclass. If you want to come to Mimosas with Melody with all these people that's about to be in the building, I'm talking about people who've done, I got one person, they do 30, 40, a million a year in sales. She will be in the building. Miss Tamika Gibson of the hair diagram. She will be in the building. We will have Miss Courtney Adelaide, 100 million in 6 years in sales. She will be in the building. We have Dr. Shanita Foster, documented multimillionaire, big philanthropist. She will be in the building. Like, I could keep going. There are so many amazing people who are going to be in the building. So you can't ever say you ain't have no opportunity to get knowledge, but you do right now, March 30th. But you got to come. You got to do your part. I think the tickets are, it's only general admission left, and I think those are maybe $199 or $299, something like that. Going over there to Eventbrite. You'll see it. You'll see it. Mr. Hill Harper will be in the building.
I think her and Hill Harper should have dates all the time.
Celebrity stylist Jay Bolin will be in the building. We're about to have an amazing time, March 30th.
Oh, bless your heart, Stephen.
With that being said, I'm not.
Did your hair
tired of talking now? But I
go curly or straight after your treatment?
Listen, I literally have students who are taking my class. I have people in
bless your heart
for my class from Illinois.
My mom's hair went from curly to straight from her treatment.
Florida, yeah, anywhere. There are foreclosures everywhere. It's a nationwide thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I
yeah,
love
just saying,
Stephen. Thanks,
it's
Gail, for
nationwide.
encouraging.
Okay. So all right, I love y'all. Y'all have a good Sunday. We'll come on later and
Right?
give away.
Yeah, I'm trying
Let's
this
see,
castor oil thing
shades.
right
Go
now
get in the
too.
running. 7
And I
a.m.
feel
You
like
got
it's
this.
thick, but I don't know that
Los
it's.
Angeles, 30%
No, it's
off.
actually,
All
I
right.
guess maybe
Bye,
just every
y'all.
day. Okay, you guys. So that was beautiful. Melody Shuri doing a live, talking about some things. Now, you know why I caught that, you guys? I saw yesterday in the YouTube streets that some YouTuber allegedly is taking a break because Melody. Now, I don't buy it, but a lot of people are very upset with Melody because her mellometers can be a little hyphy and will do things not at her request, but in her name, put it that way. And look, I just feel like super fans are super fans and they make or break shows. Yes, they do. But when it starts bleeding over into real life where you have to pay your bills, then you might want to just assess on whether or not it's worth it, because you shouldn't have to be taking time off from nothing that you're doing if it's bringing you an extra stream of income. But look, hey, look, I just stay out of the mess in the YouTube streets. I love the YouTube streets, but I be staying out of the mess because I feel like there's enough to go around. Don't pick on people. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And don't blame the stars for their stands. Like, is anybody blaming Beyonce for the Beehive? Is anybody blaming Nicki Minaj for the Barbs? Is anybody blaming the Swifties? I mean, Taylor Swift for the Swifties? No, everybody understands in those situations that you have a limited amount of control over people who you've never met before. So I just hope that people would have the same amount of logical, intellectual prowess when they think about these reality stars and their super fans. Because Melody is not responsible for the mellometers. She's not. She has a lot to lose, you guys. I do not believe that Melody Shari is at home contacting her mellometers, telling them to act in ways outside the color of law on her behalf. I doubt it. And anybody who thinks that would actually have to prove it to me and to her for it to not be defamation. That's what I'm saying. People do a whole lot on their own, believe me. Okay? And Melody was just looking ever so. I love her short hair. I love her long hair, but the short hair is like how we met her. And it just looks so good on her face. And I like when it's all one color like that. I love a good finger wave. They're so classy and sexy. And she'll be giving out her Louis Vuitton glasses. She showed us she's giving out a pair of Louis Vuitton glasses. If you made your order in time, then you'll be in a giveaway where everybody goes on and they pick a person to give it to. And she doesn't have anything to do with it. Let's see, you used miracle drops. I heard oh wow, thyroid. Yeah, thyroids can mess with your hair, hormones, stress, um calorie deficient diets can mess with your hair. All kind of things. So definitely. Thank you. I wish everyone had a good outcome. Yes, yes. They are out of control. They need to stop. Yes. Yes, that's what I mean. But she's not responsible for it. She has a lot going on. She has 4 kids. She's building another empire. She's doing all of this stuff. She does not have time to call the people, in my opinion. In my That's just what I feel. I don't know. Does somebody know something that I don't know? Right on, Candor. Thanks for coming through. Been a while, babe. Thanks for coming through. Hope you're doing excellent. People don't listen to their doctors. Why would they listen to? Yes, exactly. People don't even listen to the doctors. They're not even taking their prescriptions right, but they're going to listen to their reality star. Okay, the one that doesn't pay any bills at their house. They're not getting no checks from this person, but they're doing everything. They're dropping everything in their real life to do what this person who's not giving them nothing says, okay, I just don't buy it. Being a star puts you at risk. Yes, you make money, but your personal life is over and crazy stalkers. Yes, and maybe you could call some of these fans stalkers if they're doing not nice things on your behalf. You know, there's a form. I mean, if they're doing it in your name but not on your behalf and it's negative, then is that a fan? I don't think so. I think we might need to readjust the definition. New rule, right? Okay, so let's see. Did you guys, while I have you here, there's another. Oh, wait, what is this? I'm sending this to Sun. There is another little something that happened in these streets. Let me make sure you guys know about it. Because, look, did you guys watch The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Real Housewives of Miami, or anything? Because if you didn't, then you might not know that Anne Marie is trying it again, you guys. Anne Marie. Oh my God. Does she think? Oh my God. What does Anne Marie Wiley think? Who does she think she is, you guys? Anne Marie Wiley. She's a wily one. When I was young, Wiley meant like kind of sneaky, like Wiley Coyote. He was a sneaky one. Yes, Wiley. She has the right last name because she's pulling a fast one trying to blame Garcelle for what Sutton Strack said and somehow making Garcelle be the poster child for race relations on Beverly Hills. Nah, bitch, you're going to have to take your own hit on this one. People were so mad at Garcelle for sticking up for herself and checking Kyle in her teachable moment when she publicly tried to shame and did publicly shame Garcelle for her auction payment slipping through the cracks because Garcelle has people that are supposed to do that and the people didn't do it and she didn't check to make sure the people did it. And then they sat next to each other and nothing ever got said to Garcelle until it was brought up in a negative way in public in front of millions to shame her that you didn't pay for this. So she used it to shame her. It was shameful. And it directly tied into the thing where Black people don't pay their bills, right? So, or Black people can't handle their money. They always have this thing in history, throughout history. Have you guys seen that movie, The Flower Child, with Leonardo DiCaprio? And it's about him being a white man during the time of the Indian Trail of Tears. And they went over there and the Indians ended up having all the land with all the resources. So they were rich. And so this white man put a committee together and they went over there and they were like, well, we're here to help. These Indians, these savages don't know how to spend their money. They don't know what to do with their money. And you know how in the Bible, you're supposed to be a good steward for your money. So they made all the white men stewards of all the Indians' money. And that's where the term $5 Indians came from, because white men for $5 could claim that they were Indian and get the headstone birthrights to Indian nations' minerals as that, with that claim. So as a $5 Indian meant that you were identity theft of an Indian, but you paid your $5 so we can call you one. Anyway, I don't know how I went there, but it's a thing. And so I don't think that Anne Marie Wiley is allowed to put all of the onus on Garcelle, who already had to go through all the fire for speaking up about what Kyle did and said, which was wrong. She should have called her. If it's that important, then you call me about it. You don't wait and save it till I get to the reunion to attack me with the truth that my payment didn't get to you in time. Where was my pink envelope? Where was my courtesy call? I mean, even bill collectors, even utility companies will send you several statements and give you a call or a text and send different color envelopes to let you know you missed a payment. Kyle didn't do none of that stuff. She just saved it in her back pocket, waited to get to TV, and then shamed Garcelle with it. So then Garcelle got back there next season, and she had to go have a sit down with Kyle. Oh my gosh, Kyle's such an issue. I used to like Kyle a lot, but Kyle is like just a manipulator, passive aggressive manipulator. She's the puppet master. And she actually hijacks everybody's reactions and authentic reactions, I feel, with her anxiety. She has such high anxiety that it gets awkward for people to keep it real with her. And she uses that in her favor. That's just what I noticed. So anyway, did you guys hear that Anne Marie at the reunion just this week, she sat on the couch and looked at Garcelle and tried to blame Garcelle? Well, just as a black woman, you should have stuck up for me when your friend said that I was yelling at her. Okay, so here's the thing. When Doritos said Garcelle was attacking her in the middle of that room with all those women there at Taco Tuesday at Crystal's house, that was a blatant lie because she was not being attacked. Garcelle had not raised her voice. Garcelle had not made any of the things that go along with the word attack in that moment. So for her to put 10 on it and claim to be attacked by this black woman during a normal conversation is where the macro aggression came from. Because the word attack also reduces anything that Garcelle said in that moment to, what do they love? An angry black woman, right? Because you don't attack anybody when you're happy. You only attack when you're angry. And you know how black people are. They're angry all the time, right? So she's an angry black woman who's sitting here attacking me. Well, I'm trying to have a conversation with her about why is Sutton kissing her driver. But that was all macroaggressions. And she was doing dog whistle terms to try to diminish Garcelle's humanness within that conversation circle. So that was separate from what Anne Marie tried to ride a coattail on during the reunion when she said, well, you didn't correct her when she said that I was yelling at her, and I, as a black woman, you can't say that I yell. You were literally yelling though, Anne Marie. So that's the thing. You can't make the lie a truth and a truth a lie. Garcelle was not attacking Dorit. You were yelling at Sutton. The eighth housewife can show us how there was a vein in Anne Marie Wiley's forehead. There were veins popping out of her neck. And when veins pop out of people, it's usually because they've raised their voice. Even singers do it. When the singer hits that note and they're yelling out that note, veins pop out everywhere, you guys. Anne Marie Wiley's veins were popping out when she was yelling at us at Sutton during a cocktail party about her esophagus and her medical issue. I saw it. And you know, over here on LRGA Curves, I will point the racism out. I see it clear. I see it before the shit happened, and I hate that I do. And I would love to take up for Anne Marie. But she's a gaslighting, manipulating bullshit artist right now, in my opinion. Because you did what she said. You were yelling at her. She said 18 times from Sunday, why are we talking about this? You're yelling. Can you bring it down a bit? In real time, she told you were yelling. She felt like you were yelling because people in the party were turning around looking at you talking, Anne Marie. When you were telling this lady about her medical condition in a public setting, trying to shame her and embarrass her and tell her she needs to eat more and chew her food more and that she was stupid for listening to her board-certified doctor. And then you didn't let it go, though, Anne Marie Wiley, with your wily ass. You're a sly one. You didn't even let it go. You were only on the show. The show was like what, 15 episodes or whatever? We didn't see her the first 3. And then she spent episodes 3 through when they got to Spain. So that was episode 11. Messing with and yelling at Sutton about her esophagus. And yelling at Crystal about what she said. You were literally yelling with Crystal too. Crystal yelled louder, but you were yelling also. So that is the truth. It's not a lie. You cannot, there's no protection for you. You did it. And then Sutton was on Watch What Happens Live this week, you guys. And on Watch What Happens Live, Andy asked her something. And here we're going to listen to it. Let's make it small. Let's put it like this. Let's see. So see, Anne-Marie calls out Sutton Strack for saying she was attacked and calls Garcelle hypocritical. So I've been asking lately, what is the phenomenon when a person looks around and blames the closest Black person they can, the darkest, closest Black person they can, for whatever the situation is? And I even called it out on some other shows recently, where you look around and you look for the darkest person and then blame them. And even in the Black community, it happens. But it doesn't happen where you look around and blame the lightest Black person. But if it's a light-skinned Black person and it's the only one around, then they'll get the blame. Anyway, I feel like it's a phenomenon. We can look at any meme. We can look at history. We can look at TV. We can look anywhere, and all over the place, there's an epidemic of Black people being blamed when that wasn't the case. We didn't do it. We weren't around. They're like, oh, a Black man did it. Oh, it was a group of, even in Doritos' freaking police report, where it does not say she had a gun to her head, that she keeps trying to tell us there was a gun to her head, a pow rather to her head. The police report does not indicate that, you guys. But PK is arguing with people every chance he gets about what they went through. But the actual police report entered into evidence does not mention a pow. There is a police report, though, that Doritos did that says it was 3 Blacks. And then it also says in there later that it was 2 assailants. It goes from 3 Blacks to 2. But the hand that I saw leave the phone was a white hand, unless he had on some white gloves. I don't know how that happens. And then there was 3 people, because 2 ran out of the house. 1 left the phone and 1 was in the pickup truck. Remember? So I don't know. But her first inclination also was to look around and blame a Black person. And then she changed it in her thing. And now we even have Anne-Marie Wiley, who's lighter than Garcelle. She calls out Sutton, and then she blames Garcelle by calling Garcelle hypocritical. For what? Look, you spent the whole season attacking her only ally on the show, but she's supposed to come to your defense? That seems a little hypocritical for you to expect from her what you didn't even give Sutton, which was a little grace. But you expected from Garcelle, because she's supposed to stay on code with you, which I hope, all together that we can develop a code and stick to it, people. The other people got a code they stick to, fine. But Anne-Marie, even right here, can't own her personal part in this. She too is looking around for the darkest person in the room, so she can cast the blame over there. Why Garcelle get brought into this, you guys? This is one day ago. Anne-Marie says there's a double standard with the use of a word attack against Garcelle versus herself. Because it's different. You did attack somebody. Garcelle was having a conversation, and if you as a Black woman are going to try to conflate the issue and confuse this shit, then you're a fucking op, in my opinion. We just had it clear. When a Black person is talking to a white person and the white person says, oh, you're attacking me for no reason, that's wrong. But when a Black person is talking to a white person and attacking that white person about their esophageal issues with veins popping out of everything at cocktail parties, that's an attack. And for you to pretend like just the simple word attack is the problem and not the actions that accompany the word within the context of when it was being used, means that you're trying to add confusion to what we're talking about. Anne-Marie Wiley, with your wily ass, you're being very wily and sneaky, aren't you? You're trying to confuse everything, put all of it in, all the attacks in one bucket. But these are two different attacks, because one is real, Anne-Marie. The one you did is a real attack. And the one that Garcelle did is an imaginary white lady Karen attack, where, oh, I don't feel like listening to this Black woman, so I'm going to say that she's attacking me so that I can have the freaking victim power in this situation. And I can cry white lady tears any minute so that I don't have to treat you like the real human that you are. So one is a fake attack, Anne-Marie, and one is a real attack, Anne-Marie. But for you, as a Black woman, to come in here and confuse it and act like it's just the word attack and then say that it's a double standard. And why doesn't anybody think it's attack when it's said to me, and especially Garcelle? I mean, you know, she is the poster child for race relations on the show. And she has already taken all the heat. And I don't really want to do anything except for argue with Sutton about her esophagus. So stay off my computer, Milo. Shit. Sit down. You're not my cat. Sit down over here. Lay all the way down. I'll touch you. Lay down. I'll touch you. Just keep your feet off my keyboard. Milo thinks he's a cat. I told you guys, my dog identifies as a cat. It's a whole thing over here. When we got Milo, a digression, when we got Milo, this July will be year 2, July 10th. When we got Milo, we got him from a house where they had at least 20 feral cats. Those cats were everywhere. And he was a puppy and everything, but he identifies as a cat, you guys. He walks on the back of couches. He tries to walk on the windowsill. He's stalking my bird. He comes and tries to sit on your keyboard, just like cats do. Anything you're doing, he wants to be the center of it. He thinks he's super light and tiny, but he's not. He's a big guy. And he's just so crazy. You're just a so crazy guy. And I have to remind you that you're a dog. You're canine. Huh? You're not a cat. No, you're not a cat. No. You cannot do that. Move. You know what you're doing. Look, he's so crazy, you guys. I wish you could see him. He's hilarious. Anyway, Milo, stop. You're going to make us not be live if you keep stepping on that. Stop. He's hilarious. So back to Anne-Marie. For her to come in the middle of 2024, when we're trying to get these white people, first off, we shouldn't have to educate you in 2024. You should know the etymology of words enough to understand that when an attack happens, it's an attack, not when I'm talking. But now that I had to take 5 minutes out of my life and explain it to you, and I didn't even really do it, I was really surprised that Erica's non-panty wearing ass was the one that was like, look, Dorito, when you say attack to a Black woman, it means something different. Garcelle didn't even have to all the way explain it to the lady. The other Karen explained it to the lady. Okay? In the middle of 2024, when we're revealing this stuff. You trying to take us back. It's 1 step forward, 8 steps back, messing with Wileys of the world. Okay? It's her personal responsibility to stand up for herself in every moment that she can. We don't need no protest signs. Stand up for yourself, Anne-Marie. But definitely don't conflate the issue. You attack that woman, own it. Don't act like Garcelle owes you nothing. You did it for how many episodes? You did it. You even said you felt bad about doing it. And oh, I cringed when I watched it. But let me look around. Who can I blame for this? Oh, Garcelle. Garcelle, you should have. Bitch. Okay. No, Garcelle shouldn't have nothing. Anne-Marie, you obviously have enough of whatever you got to speak up about esophageal issues the wrong way, mind you. If she was your doctor, she would have misdiagnosed your ass. Had you choking, talking about chew your food more. Chew your food more. She wouldn't even offered you the surgery that everybody knows about with the issue where you can have it stretched. She would have had people choking on trying to chew more food. We didn't even talk about her misdiagnosis for how many episodes. We only talked about how she was carrying herself. But then she wants to come back and talk about, oh, I'm a doctor. Oh, I'm this and this. I have a reputation. Bitch, you misdiagnosed her for at least 6 episodes and said that a real medical condition was non-existent. You basically said that her board certified doctor was a quack and that you as a nurse anesthetist, whatever it is this day, no, she be picking and choosing, husband. She's a nurse anesthetician, and then there's doctors of anesthesiology. And she be going around talking about, oh, well, we can interchange them. The society of this said that we can use, that they're both the same and we can do the same. But they don't go to school for the same stuff. But she said, oh, they're interchangeable now. Oh, they don't get paid the same. They don't get paid the same. That's the truth, husband. They don't get paid the same. But they're the same, she says. They can use it. They're interchangeable. Anyway, so now she's sitting over here trying to blame my goddess Garcelle, and that's not going to fly with me, ho. That's not flying. It's not flying. And if you keep coming from Garcelle, we're going to start talking about your husband, Anne-Marie. We're going to start talking about your husband. Okay? Because he's still facing that case from what he did at that university. His name is on the list. And we went over it here. We played his thing back where he said the girl wanted him. But he didn't want to because she was a virgin. But she wanted to. We played your husband say those words 8.5. We could play him again. Keep trying to blame shit on Garcelle if you want to. These lies. Freaking scapegoating my girl. Anyway, let's look at what we're going to listen to what she says right here.
When we started, and okay. I wouldn't consider her a friend today.
Okay.
I met her and she kind of attacked me from the very. Anna-Marie and I were not friends when we started, and okay. I wouldn't consider her a friend today.
Okay.
I met her and she kind of attacked me from the very. Anna-Marie and I were not friends when we started, and okay. I wouldn't consider her a friend today.
Okay.
I met her and she kind of attacked me from the very. Anna-Marie and I were.
So, and that's true. She attacked me from day one. So, obviously, in 2024, where the truth is a lie and the lie is the truth, and alternative facts have started to become the norm of every day, and the only people in truth the only people in trouble are the truth tellers. If you're peddling bullshit, oh my gosh, you're all of a sudden a demigod. If everything that comes out of your mouth is fork-tongued in confusion, oh my, you're the other demigod. But if you speak truth, if you say one freaking thing that's real true, empirical fact true, then you're the problem. They're coming for your ankles and they're going to try to take you down. So I'm staying on the side of truth. And we're going to continue to speak truth to power. And we're going to keep on calling a spade, a yeller, an attacker, so that we can make sure that in this world full of macroaggressions, because we're taking micro out of the shit, all of this freaking, I sent somebody a thing this morning about this stuff. Let me see. And they call it I think I sent it to you guys. Did I say? Gradualist. Gradualist. I am not a gradualist. That's what it is. So I just found out this morning that the people who after slavery was like, oh, we can't make you free all at one time. We have to gradually give it to you guys. That's a gradualist. And then there's the people like me that I just want all my freedom right now. I want all my sovereign right now. I want all my full rights and equity right now. I want it right now. Don't parse nothing out to me that you yourself haven't been parsed. You got it all at once. I want it all at once. Don't gradualize nothing with me. I am not a gradualist. Give me all my money. Run me my money. Run me my freedom. Run me my truth. Okay? All at once. And if I end up imploding from too much information, too much of a good thing at once, then that's my right. But you didn't get it gradually. My people worked for 400 years in this country, and 400 years later, we're still talking about, oh, well, maybe reparations. Let's get a committee together and see how much money we can scratch up for them for this economy that they built on with their blood and children. Oh, but let's make them wait. Let's get a committee and see, is there even enough money to pay them back? Oh, wait, we're going to send it to Ukraine and Israel instead. Tell them to get another committee. Let's start going around city to city throughout America and saying that we apologize for the racism and slavery that we put you through, but not pay them shit. Let's acknowledge it finally, but still not run them their money. Let's acknowledge it a little bit and say it wasn't so bad. Some of them got paid. They got housing. Let's take their fucking history out of the books. Come on, let's do it. I'm on one this morning. I can't. And this is part of why I can't. Because fucking ops in my own community who want to take us back instead of take us forward, playing in my motherfucking face. She has a whole platform, you guys. She has an entire platform where she could be using it for good to really educate people. But instead, this bitch is conflating the issue. And we finally just started having real conversations about this shit on these platforms. 13 years of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and you just got melanin. And now she trying to take us back, talking about it's hypocritical. Trying to confuse these Karens some more. Oh, well, maybe if I don't say it. Okay, so it's only an attack if now you got them trying to figure out where to say it and where not to say it. We just had it clear. You don't say it when I'm having a regular, like right now, somebody could say this is an attack. My voice is elevated. I'm a little heated. And I'm coming through very passionately. Somebody might say I'm an angry Black woman. Somebody might say that I'm yelling, and they would be correct on both those things. But I'm not going to turn to the next Black woman and be like, well, why'd you let him call me that? No, I'm going to own my shit and be like, yeah, I am angry. I am yelling. And this is why. But if I was just sitting there talking to Doritos and asking her, well, why did you bring it up now? That wasn't an attack. If the veins are popping out in my neck like right now, then I was yelling. If I come after you every time I see you, 5 times in a row from the day that I meet you, and I'm constantly coming for your ankles, I'm going to feel attacked for real because every time I saw you, I didn't get a hug. All I got was yip, 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 yip. So therefore, you attacked me. And it's not hypocritical. And don't drag Garcelle into this. Stand on your own linebacker's shoulders. I said it. She likes to work out. She loves being a strong girl. You're strong. Stand up for yourself. How is Garcelle supposed to stand up for you after you did this? They all begged you to shut the fuck up. They were like, really again with the esophagus? Really again? Really again? Really again? They tried to help her. But no, she did not take the help, Sam I Am. She does not like green eggs and ham. She did not take the help when they said shut up. She didn't take it when they said what? She just kept on talking. And now she wants to blame Garcelle. Not today, Satan. Not today. Let's go to these freaking comments. I've been kind of on one. Let's see. Thanks for being here, you guys. I hope you smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. If you haven't already, ring the bell. Exactly. Exactly. They doing it. Exactly. They doing it on her behalf. Like she cannot handle herself. That's what I'm saying. Like, are you so, look, she like prided herself on being an 8.5, on being strong, on being smart, being able to speak up for herself. And now you need some people's help? Really? Really? No, we're not helping you with your freaking image, girl. This is officially your brand and your image, and you tainted it. You clean it up. You haven't watched Candor? Good. You saved your eyeballs. I watched, not Miami. Miami is fantastic. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It was okay. I feel like Kyle's, like I said, anxiety. She holds people hostage with her anxiety. And I noticed that people that sat where Kyle sit, the Larsa, the Kyle, I don't know where they're going to sit on. No, the Larsa, the Kyle, the Mia, they all got the same seat at the reunion, and they're all liars. They're all liars. They're all deflectors. They all require of their friends what they don't do. And I think that's what that first chair on the right side is for. It's for the liars who require friends to be who they are not. So Kyle wants you to not talk about her stuff, but wants to talk about your stuff. Kyle wants to imply that you're an alcoholic, but doesn't want you to say that you imply. And then we have Larsa, who wants all her friends to just wear her brands and get free branding from them. But she doesn't even want to admit that they have cancer. And then, yeah, it's just backwards. It's just so bizarre. We're seeing it. But that's the kind of people Bravo loves. Yes, I'm on one. Anne-Marie needs to get a life. She does, with her 8.5 self. She's doing way too much. No, yes, Anne-Marie. Even Candor is like, because that's great, attacking another Black woman for her own bad behavior. That's what I'm saying, Candor. She acted like that, and now she's blaming her behavior on the darkest person in the room, which happens to be Garcelle, when the only blame is supposed to be on herself for her actions. Kyle was underhand. She does it to everyone because Kyle is a vile, mean girl. She is. Yes, she creates anxiety on others. She does. And then she starts with those twitches, and then she acts like she can't handle anything when she's been like the puppet mastermind of everything. She was the kind of friend to Lisa, and now she wants other people to be there for her. But remember when Lisa's brother was dying, she didn't even call Lisa for 2 weeks. I think it had been like 5 weeks. And she's like, oh, Lisa, I was going through my own stuff. Bitch, my brother, my only sibling, died. Right? And her answer was, well, I'm going through stuff. But that was supposed to be her best friend. Kyle is vile. Sutton can kiss who she wants to. Yes, it's nobody's business. The way Kyle reacted to Sutton kissing the driver was classism. Yes. Oh my gosh, such classism. It's crazy. It's clear Anne-Marie is desperate for a story. And then that part, for her to invoke the line, you use me for a storyline, and we didn't even see you. We didn't even know who you were. She's just coming on here, just throwing shit at the wall. Like, what is she, making pasta? She's just throwing it all over the place just to see what'll stick. Her and NECA, these first-time noobs this season, we got let down, you guys. The noobs across franchises this season came in hot and nasty. Hot and tacky nasty. I mean, it's like underboob sweat, the quality of noob we got this year. Underboob sweat. It's a little mucky, a little sticky. It doesn't smell great. I don't know if we want to try again without baby powder. I'm not sure what you're doing over there, but they came in the wrong way. It's all kinds of uncomfortable underboob sweat. Never back Vile. She will drop you. Oh my gosh. And Doritos is finding that out. Doritos is finding that out. It's poor blaming a woman just because she's black. If this woman's done wrong, she's done wrong. End of it. That's what I'm saying. Yes, Wile E. Coyote. That's what I'm saying. You know what Wile E. means. Like, isn't that what it means? Like, we're going to look it up. Wile E. I'm pretty sure that it means what I'm saying it does because I looked up what Wile E. Coyote meant back in the day when I was a little girl. Wile E. Wile E. Coyote. Yes. Wile E. Deaf. Not whiskey definition, Larga. Wile E. Damn it. Fat thumbs. Here we are. Oh. Yes, so Wile E. is crafty and deceitful. Wile E. crafty and deceitful. Cunning. Wile E. crafty, deceitful. Here, I'm going to show you guys. Wile E. definition. Then we're going to share it. We'll put me over here. Bam. Marked or proceeding. Wiles. Cunning. That's a very cunning move, Anne-Marie. That's a very cunning move. That's a very cunning move. Wouldn't you say? Wiley. It's a good name for her. Holding Garcelle because his skin color is wrong. Well, to me, I'm feeling like it's a phenomenon. Like, we can't say, like, she didn't say, oh, I'm going to do this to Garcelle because of her skin color. But she did not ask Erica Jane, who was the one who so eloquently put it that you can't say that to Black people. It's a difference for Black people. Erica Jane was the one at Taco Tuesday who told everybody in the room that the reason the word attack was incorrect in that moment was because it had a different meaning for Black people. So, because Erica Jane was the one who so eloquently put it for the other white ladies to hear, why then is Anne-Marie saying Garcelle is hypocritical when Garcelle isn't even the one who pointed it out in the detail that she's talking about? So this statement proves itself to me because she literally is saying that Garcelle's the hypocrite for what Erica Jane expressed and explained as the issue. Is everybody following me? Are you all following me? Did I skip a beat? Did I say it too fast? Am I reaching? I don't think I'm doing Burkham yoga this morning. I think that's spot on. I think I reached just enough. I'm doing downward facing dog and I can reach it comfortably. Nothing's pulling. I reach my point perfectly. Garcelle wouldn't be the hypocrite in this situation. That would be Erica Jane. But in my theory of looking around for the nearest Black person and blaming them, this proves it. Because you should have asked Erica, why didn't you say anything when she said I attacked her? Why didn't you? What's good, Corey? Thanks for coming through. I'm waiting for my nephews to visit. Oh, right on. Your nephews. Yeah, Milo's great. Good to see everybody. Taking care of mom. Oh, awesome. Erica, that granny needs to put on some pants and stop. Right? Oh my gosh. Well, you know, and that's the other thing with Karma. She was saying that the girls' tickets were only $7, and that's how much her tickets ended up being. God does not like ugly. That is hilarious. Let's see. Oh, I see you guys talking it out. I love it. The cool uncle. Yes. Quit watching Housewives. Yeah, right? Now, Erica Jane, when are they going to scrape her off our televisions, man? She needs to be scraped. I refuse. Oh, and then how they tried to catch me using the bathroom and count it as a view to her lead in to the pretty messed up lady mini series she's doing, and they switched Miami to Thursday and put that pretty mess thing fiasco on TV. I was mad. They be trying to do that and then try to act like people are really checking for Erica Jane. No, excuse me. I was using the bathroom. The TV was still on and it ran into there because I didn't realize that you guys were going to do that. And I thought I was getting ready to see the third and final reunion episode for Miami. But no, it ended up being Erica's a freaking skeleton in Vegas. But they're going to play and pretend like everybody was checking for her. Whatever. I love happy faces. Let's not talk about the husband. Why should Garcelle take up for her? She was wrong. Exactly. That's the point. Not only were you wrong, but you are just now apologizing. And so you haven't even really stood in your stuff and owned it for me to even come over and take up for you yet. We're not that Black. And I know a lot of people have issues with the cunning one's freaking political views too, and her views on the LGBTQIA community. Yeah, they're not really checking for old Wiley. Yeah, sure did. And I was ready to slap her when she said it. That's what I'm saying, right? Hot mess, hot mess. I'm back, logged in with Netflix. Yes, so much to watch, right? Has anyone noticed that the uncensored version of reunions are no different? Yeah, I kind of noticed that, except for, yeah, I'm pretty sure they're exactly the same. I haven't noticed any difference because the only one I get to see is the Peacock one, and that says, and I'm like, oh, what did they? Well, I get to see something that people missed, but I haven't saw any clips that are different. I know Dorita and Kyle have to leave. I would love if they left because it's not cute anymore. They're not fun. It's between the epic anxiety and the fake PTSD, getting dragged out like dead horses season after season. Nobody smells that. The flies are not couture, you guys. Flies from dead carcasses are not couture. Look, just leave the dead horses. If you're so anxious and you have such high anxiety, stay off the thing, Kyle. Stay off. You're boring. We don't you lie, you make up, you cover, everything's just pretend, and then you whine about giving us a reality. So go have a break. Thanks for everything you've done. Doritos, Doritos, Doritos. Please, I'm done teaching people like Doritos how to interact with people in 2024. Look, these people are responsible for raising other humans. They have little kids. What are they taking the kids to the Ku Klux Klan parties and then saying, "Oh, I didn't realize that was wrong"? You want to see something crazy? I'm going to go there. Because they're raising kids. Look, I saw this meme the other day. So people like Dorito are raising kids with their beliefs and everything, pretty much indoctrinating them into their way of believing. Oh, it's angry when Black people talk back. Oh, they're attacking you when they talk back. Oh, they don't get the same consideration when they don't pay their bill. Just blast them out in front of everybody instead of send them the different color envelopes like you do, or talk about it off camera. Oh, they're both children. They're both being taught based off of the parents, right? This might be far for some people, but this is exactly what's happening. It's 2024. Daylight savings time. Don't forget to spring forward, fall back. And in 2023, Dorito had to get explained why it's not okay to say child bride to the Chinese lady and call Black women angry for speaking in a normal tone in 2024. She had to get that taught to her. Do you think that could have something to do with how she was brought up? Do you think it might be because she's never had to bother with educating herself on how to interact with other races, or educating herself on the plight of other races, or even paying attention to the fucking news? What you looking for, babe? Your controller?
My Ghirardelli's.
You had Ghirardelli chocolate?
Yeah.
Oh, daddy hit it. He didn't tell me about it. So I know I'm taking it there, but it's just because as a Black woman in America, I'm raising Black sons in America. And we constantly, first we appease, and then we acquiesce. And everything's only at our detriment. Because the kids are still being taught what they're being taught. And our kids are still being taught what they're being taught. Yet society, look how they're front and center. They had their kids front and center for this shit. But I'm supposed to take time out of my Black life to educate you and indoctrinate you. And when I do it on TV, then don't have an op like Anne Marie come behind and undo the work that I've been doing. Because you're conflating the issue. If I take the time to tell you that what you just did with this energy of wearing pointy hats like this was wrong, then don't come with your lace front and say, but why wasn't this wrong too? When you as a Black person know why it wasn't wrong too. Is it too much for you guys? My Curvies are smart and deep. And I know that might have been a lot. But this is why Doritos I'm not saying Doritos screw up in this thing, but I'm saying the mindset and the ideologies that Doritos was exposed to lead her to interact with people in 2023, 2024 in a way where she says, oh, well, I wasn't aware of that. Everybody in the world knows you're not supposed to call Chinese people a mail order bride or a child bride. Everybody with 2 brain cells working and who have been paying attention know that that's probably not something you should say, Dorito. But you constantly have to be educated, but you're raising children to think exactly like you think. So are you going back and telling your kids that, oh, well, mommy was wrong. Black people are more than the help. Mommy was wrong. When black people will talk, it's not really attacking. Mommy was wrong. Are you going back and doing that? I know it's far. You might not want to hear where it all comes from. But this is part of the problem. When you get other black people who want to make you the problem for what you experienced also. It's so weird to me. Let's keep on with these comments. That's what Jafrati said under her breath at the reunion when they caught up to Doritos. Yes, exactly. I'm waiting for Dubai. I kind of want to see it, kind of don't. Doritos is the one of the Jewish women, yes, that only feel offended when it's anti-Semitism. Thank you, Gail. Thank you, Gail. Everyone else has no idea how they offend any other group of people. And isn't it interesting that the group of people that get to use the word anti-Semitism know all too well what it is against them, but never understand what it is when they do it to other people? I mean, they have a whole fucking anti-defamation league, but they don't know what that is against other people groups? Okay. And you're the smartest in the room? Okay. Miami, I want Larsa gone. Please, can we get that bag of mayonnaise out of our realm? We need somebody to leak. She needs to be lanced. And then she needs to be relieved of all the pus inside. And maybe she won't act so infected. I want to get Lisa. Yes, Lisa also. Lisa Hochstein. She's another one where she is just like loves to be oblivious. And did you see she has the nerve to be having something for sale after her good racist colorist ass gets up on the TV and tells the black lady she's not in charge of her trauma while bleeding her trauma from Lenny all over everybody, making them responsible for her trauma? But she wants me to buy her 360 thing. I hope nothing sells for Lisa. Nothing. People, look, my TV isn't the place for you to grow a clue. It's triggering for me as a viewer to have to endure this. It's triggering. And just like Lisa would say, yeah, my triggers aren't her responsibility, but still, you don't have to be a trigger. I told y'all she was like that when I heard she was coming. The Candace Owen effect. Yeah, birds of a feather flock together. I honestly have no room for these wives playing stupid cards. Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's redundant. But you're supposed to look, just because you have a Birkin bag and you think you're over me, but I had to just explain to you why you're a fucking racist. I think I'm the winner. No, it's fashion with yelling. Thank you. Thank you. I feel like Larsa wants to pretend that she's 30 and starting down the road. She's not. She's Larsa. And why isn't Larsa getting as much heat as Drea? Larsa needs to still be in the hot seat if Drea's in the hot seat. I feel like at least Drea wanted a baby, picked a great sperm donor who happens to be the age of her son, but is going to be a very athletic boy who's going to look good. And she might get him into basketball, and he might be mommy's bread ticket, or she might be mommy's bread ticket in the long run, because she doesn't really want to be with a guy. She already said it in interviews. She said she really just wants another baby, kind of like Lala is doing over there. Lala is pregnant again, you guys. She got herself a sperm donor, and now she's a great statistic. She has 2 kids and no baby daddies. If she was black, it should be all kind of talk about it. But she's white and they get to do whatever they want. And there's nothing to see here, folks. Just a white lady with no baby daddies and 2 babies because she wants to. And it's great. Okay. But when Keke Palmer, was it her? Keke? Yeah, Keke Palmer was pregnant with no baby. All the people were like, oh my God, why are we glorifying single mothers and blah, 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 blah. And she can afford it too. But Larson needs to get lanced for real, for real. If not, Garcelle goes to business to, it's not even Garcelle's business to defend her in the first place. It's not. Anne-Marie is a black Karen. I agree. Anne-Marie needs a mirror and take a good look. She does, because it's her. She literally was arguing with the woman about what the board certified doctor said, but she can't stand up for herself and be like, oh, you said I was yelling while I was yelling and you're correct. Garcelle should be paid extra if she has to solve racism by that. Okay. Look, I'm grieving my dad too, but I'm not blaming other black people for it. I'm grieving my dad, and I'm not arguing with people about medical conditions and then yelling at them and then blaming the other black lady because the white lady was astute enough to understand what yelling is and call me on it. I'm grieving my daddy too, but I'm not saying that the black woman's responsible for anything. I'm grieving too. And in my grief, I have yet to stand up at a cocktail party, which I've been to. I just went to a TED Talk in Sonoma. Fabulous event. 700 very affluent people in the audience. I didn't get in there and start yelling about nobody's esophageal issues. I did not. My vein didn't pop out of my neck one time. Now I'm grieving. As a matter of fact, when I took my big picture with Guy Kawasaki, the guy Kawasaki from Apple, when I took my picture with Guy Kawasaki, I wasn't yelling about nothing. I'm grieving. So I know everybody grieves differently, but she doesn't get to use grieving as an excuse for abhorrent behavior. And blaming another black woman for your missteps is abhorrent because it makes you the Karen that everybody's assigning to you. An op of a Karen at that, because we're supposed to be on the same side. So how did I get into this shit as the issue? We on the same side, but I'm part of the issue? No, you're the issue and you're an op. I love you, Manny. Yeah, this is what we were playing, Manny. Remember, because you were like, oh, actually, you guys, Manny got at me about this because he wants me to like Anne-Marie so bad. And you guys can go back. I can prove it. I wanted to like Annie-Marie myself because when I first found out there was going to be another melanated goddess, I did a dive on her and we talked about it. And I could not wait for her to get onto my TV screen. And they were gonna tag team Beverly Hills. But that's not what happened. She's not tag team friendly. She's only friendly to Kyle's butt cheeks, and that's where she lived the whole time. And she did all of Kyle's bidding. She was basically Kyle's enema. Kyle was mad at Sutton and had her attack Sutton. And from everything from working out to her esophagus, to the eating issues, to the drinking, to whatever Kyle needed said, Anne-Marie was too willing to do. Okay. Yes, you are a funny guy. Vile is an emotional blackmailer. Thank you. I said that. She holds people hostage with her emotions and uses her anxiety as a weapon. She weaponizes her anxiety. I said it during the top 5 minutes, Corey. You're correct. I agree. She weaponizes it. She does her little twitches. She starts her little stuff, and she does. And she makes it really hard for you to be real with her. Yes. Yeah, it's so weird though. And why are you hyper focused on Sutton? Was her mom white? I don't know. Like, why was did her mom remind her of Sutton? Why was she hyper focused on Sutton while her mom had just passed? I just don't understand. It's weird. I would have stayed my ass at home crying about it. Yes, under boob sweat. The noobs are like under boob sweat. Uncomfortable. You got to get rid of it. There's some things you have to do to cover it up. And then you hope it doesn't come back. Under boob sweat. Yep. That's because Erica has a new fetishizing. Yes, I heard about that. And look, but she started with Oliver. She's been fetishizing these the black men, because yeah, Erica, we already knew she knows her way around the black balls. We already know. She knows her way around some black balls. I'm pretty sure she was from the ATL. I'm pretty sure she had some black balls before. And now she has a new black boy tour. She's pulling a share. And she went and got a nice young Drea boyfriend age boyfriender. Why aren't we talking about that? Isn't Erica's new age the same age as Drea's new boyfriend? But she's older than Larsa. We need to be talking about it. Don't villainize Drea if we're going to let this no panty wearing hoe off the hook. She literally tried to get with Oliver in front of our face. Remember? And now she's fetishizing this new one. And I'm surprised, because usually a lot of black men I know, they like a little cushion on their thighs. And it looks like getting between Erica Jane's thighs these days is going to be getting between two toothpicks. Not very warm, but it has lots of space. Not sure. She really has challenged to me. Oh my gosh. Erica's show is one night only. Yeah. I will be like jumping fossil bones. Yes. That's what I'm saying. I have skinny friends too. And I've had skinny friends my whole life. And they would literally have bruises on their hip bones and in their thigh area, because they were so bony after they would finish their sexcapades. They would be left bruised because there was so little cushion. And that just doesn't seem like fun sex to me, to be left bruised like that. Like, I like to be a little sore, but for other reasons. Erica was around with the dinosaurs. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Even Kyle's foray into lesbian. Yeah, it's so boring. Who needs this long of a thing into lesbianism? Gosh. I don't even care. Yeah, the new show for LVP looks fun. My problem still with LVP is she's part of the racist ring. She didn't do right by Faith. She keeps getting all these spinoffs. She never has to say anything about the stuff that's really going on. She doesn't employ many black people on the screen that get screen time at these places. She doesn't even pick out brown people that get screen time at these places. And she goes to cities where there's lots of other people working. It's not just snow bunnies everywhere. She's part of the problem because she wants to keep what we see in front of us the status quo. Stassi, Kristen, Jax. Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, you think she's a hypocrite? Okay. Well, I'm going to have to say that you might have some of the thing that I'm saying is the phenomenon of when something goes wrong, you look around for the darkest black person or the person with the most melanin in the situation, and then you blame them. I'm going to have to drop the link so you can try to explain how you can agree with Garcelle being a hypocrite for calling out Dorit, but not saying anything to Sutton. Yeah, I'm going to have to drop this link because it's part of the phenomenon, and you're going to have to try to speak your case, because how Garcelle is responsible for what another able black-bodied woman did with a choice. I already said everybody begged Anne-Marie to shut the fuck up about the esophagus. Can you stop? She's embarrassed. Even Sutton was like, well, you're yelling at me about it at my party. Like, this is kind of embarrassing. Can you stop? She did not. And now she's saying that Garcelle is responsible and a hypocrite for not checking Sutton, who's the biggest Karen on the show, in your opinion. Okay. I think they're in the back already. Let's see. Corey's in the back. Right
Hey.
on. Hey, what's good? Do you know the word that I'm looking for?
For what?
I know it's beyond scapegoat. Scapegoat is just when you blame somebody for something. But the phenomenon of blaming the nearest, most melanated person, that's beyond scapegoat. Like that's...
I don't know if there's a Webster's word for it, but my word for it is the old field and house syndrome to me.
Explain for the people in the back.
Okay. The old field and house syndrome is the house slaves were treated better than the field slaves. And everything they said was, Massa, we's got a good house. We's got a good house, Massa. So what this house slave would do, if they talked about escaping or anything, he tell Master, because Master has to know everything, because we's got a good house and I's got a good living and I's wearing good clothes and eating good victuals. So they gonna mess it up. So we gotta have to tell. So that's how not all skin folk are our kinfolk.
Cough, cough, the wily one.
Cough, cough, Candace Owens, her best friend. Cough, 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 cough.
Cough, cough, birds of a feather. Cough, cough.
Flock together. Tweet, 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 tweet.
I can see where that comes from. And I can subscribe to that. And that is real. The house Negroes and the field Negroes were treated very differently.
Mm-hmm.
The house Negroes were usually light skinned. They didn't want no darkies in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Even on Django Unchained, the only darkie in the house was the most disloyal to the other darkies on the plantation.
Amen.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that could be part of it. You're right. That it could have hungry monkeyed our DNA to make us all not want to be the field Negroes.
Mm-hmm.
And so you look around for the most looking like the field Negro, which would be the darkest, are in the fields.
Mm-hmm.
And then you assign blame to them because they're the field Negroes.
Mm-hmm.
That's deep. That is deep.
I was just talking about that with Sebastian because I know exactly how I read to other people, and I know that I can be racially ambiguous, and I know I'm not the darkest thing in the world, but I'm not the lightest thing in the world either. But I also know what that privilege brings me, and I know what I can do with that privilege to other folks. So what I do is I have to reach back and grab some other people.
Yeah.
Miss Anne Marie.
Right.
By you being biracial, your mama being Dutch.
And look, we got a full panel today. So her mom she was a white lady.
Mm-hmm.
So her mom is the white lady, and she's sitting here yelling at Sutton all season.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So maybe she has mommy issues on top of it, that she would sit there and yell at Sutton for 6 episodes. Yell at the lady, the veins. We saw him. We could see a vein almost in this picture right here. She gets a vein, you guys.
Curves.
He was doing master's work.
Hi, Candor. Hi, Manny.
Hi. Can I just say one thing about the thing? I did some research. Sorry. I did some research, and I've been to like other YouTube sites and everything, trying to educate what's been going on in the history of America when it comes to slavery and stuff. Now, I learned that you had a handler who handled the people out on the fields. but that handler got treated like royalty, and he would turn on anyone in the fields because he was treated better
Right.
by the house. And I also learned the people in the house were also sexually abused
Oh my
whenever they
gosh.
felt like it.
Incredibly so. In lots of
And that's how you, and like obviously it came from people from the fields because you got mixed race people.
right.
And like I said, those times when it's like slavery and stuff like that over there, I would not even want to be in the house. I'd rather be out on the bloody field away from them all. Seriously. Like
Right.
I couldn't endure that. No way.
It's crazy. It's
It's too
crazy.
much.
Good to hear you, Candor. Manny,
Yeah.
Manny, I love you.
Hey, Manny.
Let's let
Hey
people
guys.
know first that I love my curvies and we respectfully disagree and we still love each other at the end of the day. So Manny's going to come and tell us what he meant by this because Manny, I know, but I need to know what you mean.
Okay, so hey everyone. Listen, I love Garcelle. Y'all know she's one of my favorites, but I do find it a little hypocritical that you are doing the Lord's work. I commend you. You are calling out the Karens, for example, Dorit. But how can you be calling out the Karens when you're sitting next to one of the biggest Karens on the show? Sutton has personified Karen behavior since she got here. These weird meltdowns. She's frantic. And listen, it is it is what it is. We all fell in love with her because she was asking the right questions to Erica. But if you pay close attention, she does too much. She does way too much. And my heart, I'm sorry, my heart breaks for Anne Marie. I can't imagine having the whole world hate you, because she really didn't do anything that bad. I think that everybody admitted already that production stretched this esophagus storyline longer than what it was. She had film scenes of her mother dying that they did not air. They had film scenes of her trying to adopt a child that they did not air. Instead, they aired that dumb storyline of the esophagus. And let's face it, had it not been for that, we wouldn't have had a lot of things to talk about this season. So I think it's so unfair that here
we only talk right.
But
Here come
Emmanuel,
this.
the thing
Here,
is, if
let
she
me just say
followed
this.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
Wait a minute.
Here comes this beautiful, athletic black woman who is in the medical field, and what happens? Her career is diminished, her appearance is teased, and it's double standards. And guys, this is not the first time we had somebody in this show talk about medical. Was it not Lisa Rinna who diagnosed Yolanda with Munchausen's? I didn't see that big of an outrage as I've seen with Anne Marie.
it's
People
also a
calling,
medical profession.
but people were calling for it. I don't know. I don't like it, and
The problem.
I don't think
Let him
that
finish.
Anne Marie was attacking Sutton the way she was like, oh, she was attacking. She was not attacking you. Yeah, maybe y'all were arguing, but that's what the show is about. So I
Right.
don't like that word attack, and I don't like the word yell. Some people have louder voices, and Anne Marie needed to speak louder because they were at the Toothless Not Homeless Foundation, correct? Maybe there was a lot of noise going on in the background, and they couldn't hear each other very well. So
well,
Anne
if you
Marie,
have right, let's look at the word attack though. So it was an aggressive action, enemy forces,
Can I point
weapon,
out two things because I've got it
aggressive,
on
violent
the
action
you.
against a person or place. Let's look at some more.
Larger.
Criticize. Okay, publicly. That's exactly what she did. I was looking for the right definition. She did indeed attack her. She criticized publicly. She did that.
Larger.
Yeah.
Can I quickly say two things because I've got to go to family's
Yeah.
Right.
Are you done?
The first thing is with Anne Marie, she was diagnosed in Sutton through her medical training. Now, if Sutton took on what she was saying, Sutton would be dead, basically.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Not only did she
That's
attack
the
her,
difference, Emmanuel.
not only did she attack her, she attacked her and forcefully gave her misinformation about a medical diagnosis from a board certified doctor.
That's the thing. And the other thing is as well, the Lisa Rinna thing, she's not a medical profession. And I know fine well, Kyle, and Lisa Vanderpump knew about that. And I know fine well Kyle pushed her to say that for a storyline. I know that because Kyle's the one in the background doing all the stirring because she's production. That's the difference
And Bobby
between
No,
them all.
no. I wanted Emmanuel. Emmanuel left me. Sorry, Manny.
I'm sorry, Manuel, if you never mind.
Here it comes.
Anyways, that's how I just see it as. But I've got to run. Everyone have fun, and
Okay,
Stephen,
man.
you have fun as well.
Right
And
on, Candor. Have fun.
Bye. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye, Kendor.
Bye.
So I appreciate what the light that was just shed on this by Emmanuel. And I'm not going to say that you're wrong because your POV is your POV and it's right. And there's enough room on right for everybody. I will say I don't subscribe to it because what we saw, what my eyeballs saw, I do care about what's left on the editing floor because even in like Dr. Heavenly's case, there's a lot left out that what they give us, it does form a certain image of her. So even in this case, why would the eighth housewife edit Anne Marie in such a boisterous, problematic way? Why would they allow this noob who turned to underboob sweat be edited in underboob way? Why did they edit her like underboob sweat? Why? If she gave him so much else to work with, unless she put him to sleep while she was talking about her mom and her dad, while she was putting him to sleep around wanting to adopt a baby. Is something wrong with her? Does she have cobwebs all of a sudden that she can't have another baby? What's going on down there? That would have been interesting to find out, but we had to listen to this esophagus. And I don't think that the esophagus was a good storyline at all. It irked the viewers deeply. It irked us. So
what I have noticed,
why would they have given it to us 6 episodes, Emmanuel? 6 episodes of her arguing, saying, bringing it up. And then there was even Eighth Housewife flashbacks of her bringing it up when she wasn't even in the scene at other events. So she was in some kind of manic, allegedly, situation where she hyper-focused on this woman's medical condition as a person in the medical profession. That none of that's a good look. And she did all of that to herself. So now, after she shit all over the screen, she wants us to use our wipes at home and decide, oh, we should clean it up over here because it's edited wrong. No, that was her. I don't know who doesn't like her at the Evolution Media place that they would edit her in this way.
It's probably because of her views on camera.
Perhaps.
They said, I'm going to fix you and make sure you're here for one season so you don't have a platform to spew your nastiness.
well,
it is nasty for her to sit here and blame Garcelle. Okay, Emmanuel. So you saw the scene at the taco party where Garcelle couldn't even really make the whole sentence initially as to what the problem was with the attack. She's like, just don't use that word with me. And then it was our white friend Erica and her no panty wearing ass who said very eloquently in the room full of Taco Tuesdayers, it's different, Dorito. When you use the word attack against a Black woman, it just lands different and you can't say it. So wasn't that in fact Erica who pointed that out and not Garcelle? Because after Erica said that, Garcelle furthered it and said XYZ, but Erica was the one who initially did that. So again, how is Garcelle a hypocrite for what Erica said unless you two are pointing at the darkest person in the room and making it her responsibility?
No, Curves. You got to remember, they furthered this conversation at the reunion. That's the only reason why Anne-Marie responded to this, because they talked about it they kept talking about dog whistles, microaggressions, aggressive, angry, child bride. They had a whole segment about this. That's why Anne-Marie brought it up, because after that,
In real time, though, the only person on the show who initially this season brought up the way white women use the word attack was another white woman named Erica Jane. That's who brought it up first in detail, was Erica Jane.
But Erica's not friends with Sutton, though.
But how does this, we're talking about Anne-Marie said some shit. Anne-Marie did some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then based off of that interaction, Sutton developed a perspective and experience based off of her interaction with Anne-Marie, wherein her veins were popping out at her. She was speaking in a louder tone, so other people in a party, so it wasn't even the right place. But her and her grief didn't recognize that maybe a party isn't the right place to yell and make your veins pop out of your neck about a woman's medical condition that she didn't ask you for and has asked you several times in this moment to, can we stop talking about this? You're not my doctor. All this stuff. And then she even takes what she's telling her to shut the fuck up and saying that, oh, you're making fun of, you're bullying me about my medical profession. That was rude to say I'm not a doctor, but you're not. And you're not my board certified doctor. And I didn't pay you for this. And it's unsolicited advice. I don't want it. And you keep on for 5 parties, 5 dinner parties later.
Wow, the food.
But I'm the problem. Me and my black friend are the problem.
Yeah, right.
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. This is very. I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to subscribe to it. There's not a modium of room that I'm going to give to this spec that this other black woman is supposed to be the poster child for all the black women that come up on here. And look, as many times as the other ladies sat there with their mouths closed during very important conversations, but now we're supposed to have Garcelle, who got dragged through the coals as the person who brings the race card up. But now I'm supposed to get dragged through the coals again, so I can bring the race card up for you. But that's not self-preservation. That's hypocritical.
And you know what, Curves? I can give you that. I could for sure agree that at the end of the day, it's not Garcelle's responsibility to fight for someone else. She already gets hell for even fighting for herself. So I could agree with you on that. My problem really isn't even that, even though I might think it does seem hypocritical. My bigger issue is still with the rest of the ladies, aka Sutton, because Erica Jane has literally told her, if you ever call me a liar, I'm coming for you and your family. Kyle said that she had an eating disorder. Crystal called her racist. Yet none of them really apologized since Sutton seems to have moved forward. Anne-Marie basically bended backwards to apologize to Sutton multiple times. Yet
But
Sutton
when?
still goes on to watch what happens live after all this has been.
Wait. So
When did she back? When did she back then?
When did she bend backwards and apologize?
When did she back then?
Apologized 3 times, you guys. 3.
That's not a back bend.
But that's not a back bend,
It
and
is
that
a
was
back bend.
necessary because she was saying sorry is like, I'm sorry we both had a role in it. I'm sorry that you have a throat. I'm sorry that we had a party. Like, that's not an apology, bitch.
The thing about Anne-Marie's position this time makes it different from the other ladies. Anne-Marie is a medical professional. She is a medical professional who has taken this woman's condition and spoken to strangers and other women in the circle constantly about this woman's condition in and around parties around town. As a medical professional, she should have kept her mouth out of that and was like, ooh, that's not, all she had to say was, oh, in my medical experience, I don't think that's true.
Right.
And then leave it at that.
Right.
She took Kyle's bidding. She took Vile's bidding.
Yeah.
The House Massa took House Massa's bidding to get rid of another Massa, because Sutton is racist-ish.
Thank you, Corey. Thank you.
I still hold
that
10 toes deep.
whole jacuzzi thing. That was a
Yes.
problematic statement, but I've got
Yes.
over it because
I ain't got
her
over it.
actions, the reason I got over it is because her actions with Garcelle have shown me that she's trying to like be a different person than the person she is. To me, it does. I don't feel like she, because with Garcelle, her black friend, she hasn't flipped. With Garcelle, her black friend, she hasn't done any micro macros or anything. With Crystal, since the jacuzzi conversation, she hasn't had any slip ups. Even with this Anne-Marie person, she hasn't done anything macro or micro. All she's done is said, "Stop talking about me."
She's she's right about that part, Brendan. But what I'm saying is Sutton is that type of clear woman who's like older Italians that say, "Oh, Corey, you're okay. You're not one of the bad blacks. You're one of the good ones." That's how I can be friendly with you. That's how I talk. That's why I treat you like a human being, because you're one of the good ones.
Come on.
I've grown up around people like that.
I feel that's racist. I haven't even grown up.
Yeah, you could say that. I haven't seen that attitude with Garcelle.
But that's what it feels to me. And Garcelle,
I literally haven't seen that.
Get it.
No.
But maybe I'm not trying to check for it. But no, you guys know my racism thing is always on. I'm always looking for overt or subvert racism, and I haven't gotten it from Who's It's. Now I know it's probably in her, just like I have this picture up. Look, just like I have the picture up. It's probably in her.
Yeah, because she's Southern.
Yep. It's probably in her, and maybe her great granddaddy had a keychain made out of Nat Turner. But I feel like in these moments, the way that she's shown up, she has not said or done the problematic things that Vile has said, even with her best black friend, Faye Resnick. You know what I'm saying? So I'm giving Sutton a pass, because she hasn't done these things in our face. We've seen Kyle do a couple of things. We've know LVP's done a couple of things. Lisa Rinna in her Nazi shirt. Erica Jane and her cussing out black kids. What has Sutton done in our face, aside from this energy that you might know that she could possibly have given off in her life? But what has she done in our face that Doritos has done? What has she done in our face? And Doritos does it time. Doritos spent the season. She started the season with Attack and ended it with Child Bride. Come on now. At least when Sutton started the season with
brown.
Exactly.
And Doritos is brown.
Pretty much.
Yes. Her mother.
But Doritos does not identify as brown. Doritos, she might be able to get called a version of brown because she has Moroccan in her. But she doesn't know the boxes that she checks has nothing to do with brown.
That's true.
So it's also how you identify. So she does not identify brown. So that's the farce.
But here's the thing, ladies, because I have to go back to it. When you apologize more than once, that's all you can do. If that other person doesn't want to accept it.
But you gotta mean it though, Manny.
No, but she did. Okay, I think she went. I'm gonna have to go back.
Sincere bone in Anne Marie's body.
I'm gonna have to go back and
she's
see.
too busy trying to get clear women's approval. I'm sorry.
But you see, Corey, when I see her, I think she's hurting.
Yeah,
I'm not just saying like because her mom passed recently. I think in general, I think she's very insecure, and I think it stems from something. And I think that's why I have a little bit more compassion for her, because no woman who is okay is gonna be okay with her husband rating her an 8.5.
Yeah, look, because you guys have seen me, and I know I'm a 10.
Right.
But what does that got to do with her talking about this woman's esophageal issues?
Well, he's just saying that it plays into her low vibrational security. Like she's an insecure human.
Right.
So
I feel like all her life she's never felt like she
All
said
my life
fit
I
in.
had to fight. All my life.
Mhm.
I still think Anne-Marie should be just licensed.
Well, she probably is by now.
That's a thing.
Because her license was suspended.
Pretty much.
Or on pause or something or other. I forgot who looked up her license. Was it you, Curves?
I think it was me.
Yeah. I looked up her license.
And her license was suspended or something for anesthesiology, not her RN license.
Yeah, something came up as something was not on, but she's working, so whatever it was doesn't really matter.
Okay.
I thought
You know,
gotta go over preventing people from the.
She's not a doctor, so she didn't take the Hippocratic.
Yeah, no, she is not a doctor.
Still.
But nurses do take a similar oath.
Yeah, but still.
I have a lot of RNs in the family.
I just don't. And then, okay, so Emmanuel, do you also think that Crystal was also doing something against your best friend Anne-Marie when she said that, oh, you're lying about being a doctor?
100%. Because I'm not into medical, you know, I'm into law, but I don't really know much about the medical field. But I did find it pretty interesting. My ears were pricking up when Anne-Marie mentioned some type of turf war between anesthesiologists and the nurses. I'm curious. I want to know more about that. And I also think not only do I think Sutton's outrage towards Anne-Marie is racially motivated, I think Crystal's is too, to be quite frank with y'all. Because Crystal told us she always wanted to be white.
Anne-Marie ain't white.
No, I know.
Her proximity to white ain't that great.
Who?
Okay. So when is something blamed on Anne-Marie's actions? That's what I want to know. And in some other cases, when people are wronged by people, we have that saying where you can't tell a person when to get over it. They're going to get over it on their time, and stuff like that. So you, in your mind, Anne-Marie did nothing wrong because she already apologized it adequately to you, who wasn't personally wronged by her en masse on TV. but there's space there in your mind for forgiveness. However, the actions that these women have gone through with Anne-Marie, off screen and on screen, months later, the only things I've been seeing months later after filming is wrapped, months later, because the season already happened, has been Anne-Marie doubling, tripling down to the point where doctors on other franchises had to come check a hoe.
Yeah, that was unnecessary.
But no, it was necessary because you're lying. You're a freaking liar. She was lying, Sebastian. So doctors in the profession she was lying on came forward to say, no, this is what we need to do. This is how we do it. So they're against her too, and they're liars too. And it's mostly relevant again. Because I'm really trying. I want to see the racism. I want to see my girl under attack.
Here's the
you broke up. Here's the thing. Damn, you're breaking up. You broke up, Manny.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yeah. So here's the thing. What?
Okay. I was going to say, here's the thing, though. You could say the same about Miss Quad Webb, who, how many times has she apologized to Toya and Toya refuses to accept? And
I
Quad
hate
is
that Toya hasn't accepted it. It's disgusting.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? So it's like kind of like the same logic in that sense. Quad has apologized. They refuse to accept it. For some reason, when Quad does something, they exaggerate as if everyone else didn't do the same thing. And I feel like it's the same with Anne-Marie. You said at what point is it her fault? Well,
so it was 6 episodes and basically a season of on-screen and off-screen Anne-Marie basically calling Sutton a liar about what her doctor said she had on screen and off screen for the world to see. This is a syndicated show. Having Sutton look batshit crazy literally called her a liar and said she didn't have this issue that she has that runs in her family. And you think that, oh, I'm sorry that we both got into it is an adequate apology? Or I'm sorry that you felt that way? Or I'm sorry, but that's what I thought? None of that is a true apology. A true apology to me, after you did that to me on TV, 6 episodes, the whole season, globally, is you saying, you know what, I went home and I did my research and I was so wrong. I'm so sorry I belittled you and had you feel like you were crazy and second guessed you at your event and ruined your night and then dragged it out so I could have a storyline as underboob sweat on this show. She didn't say it like that. Every time she apologized to Sutton, she tried to swoop Sutton in and make it like, oh, we did it to each other. No, you only did this to me.
Okay, wait,
And until you take full responsibility for what you did to me at my house, because I was on the show first. So what you did to me at my house, and now you're trying to have me apologize for what you did to me, that's not an apology. That's gaslighting. And I'm about to light a match and blow your spot up, underboob, because we need to dry it up in here. I don't subscribe to that. And even what she did to Crystal, so then she shamed Crystal for being not going to medical school, and then tried to act like it was because she was who she was. So she was like, oh, I'm really over her, but she thinks she's over me because she didn't go to medical school. She told me that she wanted to go to medical school, and now Manny's reminding us that she wanted to be white. And so between those 3 things, it's because I'm Black and a nurse. I really want to see it. I really want to see it, but I'm not going to see what's not there because she brought this on herself with her actions, and her actions would have to undo it. So what did Sutton do to undo her actions? She did start off sloppy with that whole jacuzzi. Oh, when I saw all the little kids in my pool and one had nappy hair and one had red hair and one had Chinese hair, I was just like, aren't we all just getting along in here? And that was a weird remark. And Sutton and Crystal dragged it out for a long time. We did know that.
Okay,
but
you guys.
Since that time, Sutton has made it her business to get to know Crystal personally, to get to know Garcelle personally, and has had enough foresight and sense to not let whatever she grew up with come out again or be shown again. Even Erica's no panty wearing ass couldn't hide her macro aggressions at a Black boy. Sutton hasn't given us any of that.
I'm still looking at her side eye.
Okay, you guys.
We can look at her side eyes.
You guys. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to now read verbatim the apology that Anne-Marie gave to Sutton, and y'all tell me if it was genuine or not. This was at the reunion, part 1, season 13, episode 18. She says, I want to say this. Watching everything back and seeing how I behaved, how I handled the entire situation, I just want to apologize to you because I can't even tell you how much I hated watching it. Sutton says, I wasn't angry about the esophagus. It was the going behind my back and talking about it and saying that I had an eating disorder and that I was hiding behind this ailment to have an eating disorder. That was really hurtful. Anne-Marie says, right. That was it. So she said she took full accountability, I think.
That actually, when you reread that, can you reread it? Because it kind of sounded like she was more apologizing for how she came off looking. It was nothing about what I did to you, Sutton. It was how I looked. Read it again, please. I love it.
Okay. Let's see. Let me rewind this. Okay. I just want to say this. Watching everything back and seeing how I behaved, how I handled the entire situation, I just want to apologize to you because, oh shoot, it left. Hold up. Because I can't even tell. I just want to apologize to you because I can't even tell you how much I hated watching it. So she felt bad on how it affected Sutton.
Everything. Okay, so she says, I looked back and I looked, and
Okay.
so she did apologize for how she treated her, but it was more
Right.
about how she came off looking. That would mean that was based off of your actions and what you did. And that's what you're sorry for. But you're not sorry to Sutton. You're sorry about how you came off looking. That's what I got from that apology.
Well, maybe she could have furthered the apology had Crystal not began screaming at her out of nowhere. And y'all even notice how Emery said, I'm not going to talk over you. I'm not even going to scream. I'm not doing this. But Crystal was losing her mind. She's mute the whole freaking season. But when it comes to Anne-Marie, she gets loud. And then when Crystal, because remember Andy asked, well, anesthesiologist and anesthesia sounds very similar. Could it have been that you maybe misheard? And then Crystal said, well, I spoke to my sister who is an anesthesiologist. I was like, bingo. Bingo right there.
Yeah.
Bingo what?
Bingo, her sister is an anesthesiologist. If what Anne-Marie is claiming about the turf war between the nurses and the doctors is true.
War.
There really isn't.
There's no turf war. You know what it is? There's always been a line between an RN, a nurse practitioner, and doctors. Because they all can do the same thing except for maybe a couple of steps. Okay? I have a lot of nurses in my family. And Brendan has been around a lot of doctors.
I can vouch for
and
that.
I've discussed this with doctors. Some doctors really don't care for nurse practitioners who are almost doctors. But
then she's just reaching for all kind of storylines. Look, either you're this or you're that, or you were trying to adopt, or she's like literally went through Handbook 101 on how to be a housewife. And literally her and NECA are the same person.
Because they're
both trying to have a baby or adopt her in vitro. They're both having marital stuff. Dude, and they both came in way too underboob. It's just not okay. And she needs to do better. If they let her back as underboob sweat next year, they're going to need to air her out and let her out from under that. Because at this point, I don't have nothing for your girl. I don't have nothing for her.
Fans and came in here
and
trying to wreck
she has yet to take accountability. And now she's doubling down. It's 5 weeks. The show is over, and you're still on God's green earth on Cat Williams' internet trying to blame Garcelle for what her friend said out of her mouth. Watch What Happens Live. That's not no. We are not doing that, Anne-Marie. And anybody who subscribes to you doing that is just pushing us back further because, look, the problem is not us, it's them. It's not us, it's them. So if you got a problem with anything that this white girl did to you, then you need to take it up with her, not through this black girl.
Sorry.
Fuck. You yelled at me about my esophagus for 6 episodes in the most inopportune moments, but you can't take 5 minutes out of your day to talk to the person that you feel did this to you? I can't. No. And that apology that he read was still a no. It was all about, I came out looking really stupid. I'm sorry I look so stupid. I'm sorry I look really dumb. But I'm a nurse practitioner. And then I don't think that, there he is back. And then I don't think that Crystal having a doctor as an anesthesiologist in her family is more of a problem. I think that just gave her further understanding about how this bitch is a liar.
Curves.
And her representing herself. Period.
Curves.
Yep.
Can I read the transcript of the other apology that was given? Maybe this one lands differently for y'all. So was because she did apologize multiple times. So she calls her and says, Sutton, I'm coming to you with my heart in my hands. Okay.
Starts great.
I just want to tell you that I'm sorry for my part. And everything that happened.
See right there.
And then Sutton says,
good,
"You're."
right
and
there.
then
How'd she stop right there? it would have been great. But then she says, for my part. That implies that somebody else had a part in this shit, and she's the one that came in this party doing it.
Right. And that's actually what Sutton said. She says, my part, Anne-Marie says, like, I'm sorry that I pried into something that you clearly didn't want to talk about, you know?
Yeah, when I said I didn't want to talk about it, that's a pretty...
But you know what, Curves? Here's the thing, though. Anne-Marie is right. She played a part. She didn't start this mess. Kyle started this mess saying, you don't eat. You play with your food on your plate. So, therefore, Anne-Marie had a part.
You're right. And you're totally right. Right there. Right there. That's 100%. I'm agreeing.
Thank you.
Yes. She did have a part in it. And she should have kept it going and said who the other part was, that she was doing the bidding of Vile Kyle in her anxiety-ridden life, and that she was put up to it by her. And then they could have had a good leg to stand on. But in her protection yet still of people that look like her mother, she has a problem with people that look like her mother, but she blames people that look like Garcelle. That's not okay.
Hopefully she can redeem herself for y'all next season.
I hope she does come back. I love when I get all the underboob sweat dried off and I'm nice and fresh again. I love it. So I really hope she does. Like I said, Manny, I want to like her. And there was people that I didn't necessarily like their first season, and then the second season they really grew on me. We'll also have to see if the stuff comes up with her husband, though. If anything comes up with her husband, she might not be around next season.
That's true.
I don't want to like her, and I'm not going to like her.
Oh, no, why not?
Why, Corey? Why?
Because I just don't. I just don't. I don't like people who are in bed with dogs like Candace Owens, and they wake up with nasty, dirty GOP written conservative fleas. I don't like it.
Well,
I don't like it.
Well, Corey, I'm not going to say what it is because I don't want to change the subject, but there is one thing that Candace has been on point with. I think you know what I'm talking about.
Candace has been on point with a lot of stuff
lately.
She can have a couple of good ideas.
That's true. A broken clock
because what Candace Owens used to work for the NAACP. What the thing with Candace Owens is she decided she wanted to take her blackness and get paid for it by the ops. She wanted to be the house slave.
But she's the color of the fields. So she has to really
bango. That
she has to. What was Samuel L. Jackson's character?
Oh, I'm gonna.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yes,
that's how she has to be, like that type of energy.
Yes, and she has to drink Master's liquor and smoke his cigars and sit at Master's desk,
and then sit around while the rest of the slaves, she has to sit around while the rest of the slaves are getting whipped, talking about that one wasn't hard enough, and their skin on the thing.
Exactly. So when you lay in bed with people like that, don't expect me to like you. Because all skinfolk ain't our kinfolk. I put her in line with Tim Scott and all the rest of them.
But are we sure that's how Anne-Marie is?
Have you not heard her views off screen?
Yeah, no.
Did we not chase Jenny Wynn off of whatchamacallit for her same views? Did we not condemn Jenny Wynn for those same views?
No, we got a Jenny Wynn because Jenny Wynn was
her Blackamoor statues.
Yeah. Well, but we had to get a Jenny Wynn because she was saying the stuff about George Floyd died of a fentanyl, and she had all that anti-black stuff in her feed.
Right.
And Maria's anti-black, and she is black.
Literally physically assaulted Mary Cosby. Every chance she got, she would physically try to assault Mary Cosby. It was disgusting.
She still had racist views on the internet. She still spouted racist crap. Yeah. So we got rid of Jenny Wynn. So what makes Anne-Marie any different?
But that's what I'm saying, Curry. I haven't seen any concrete evidence. I haven't seen no post or anything.
Okay. Well, I know her husband has shown concrete evidence.
Her
and
husband.
when you
Her
lie with
husband.
somebody like that, you get fleas.
Yeah. just like
Okay, so at
food.
one of the TED Talks at the TEDx thing I went to in Sonoma County last week, one of the ladies there was talking about how after the election in 2020, the reason her TED Talk was about how people aren't their politics. And she was saying that you can agree with somebody's political stances and vote for them, but not agree with their inherent whatever the problems are. And that you should be able to separate them when you're dealing with people. And I feel like there's a cultural divide on something like that. Because some people have been taught, like me and Corey keep saying, birds of a feather flock together, and things like that. And other people want to pretend that if you put a rotten pear next to a fresh pear, that both pears will remain fresh. That's pretending, because in scientifically empirical facts prove that one bad apple can literally spoil the bunch. So how are you able to separate the core of rottenness,
that part,
from something that you agree with, the edges? You can't, because by you accepting the edge of rottenness, you will become rotten. But so this lady's talk did not land with me, but her and her blonde hair was sitting up there saying this stuff all like it was okay for what happened on January 6th to have happened, because if you can just separate it and realize that you're not always who you agree with, but you are. You are. The bottom, that's fake alternative facts. Because for you to agree with that little part means that you by proxy, that means attached to, agree to the toxic rottenness. That's what I would say in this situation. Like, you can't just pick and choose which portion of the rotten core you're going to subscribe to.
Yeah,
Can I say one thing?
I agree on that. And I think that lady's TED Talk that you just mentioned, Curves, could have been relevant maybe in 2008. I feel like in this day and age, if you support certain people, I probably don't want to be friends with you. I'm sorry, but if you have a MAGA hat like Marjorie Taylor Greene had, I can't see past that. I'm sorry.
Right.
If they had a MAGA hat, I would punch the heck out of them.
And she was heckling the president. And she was heckling the president.
And
just
so
getting away
wretched.
with it and being emboldened to do such things that are so déclassé.
Guys, everyone, I'm quickly back for a second because you're going into
Candor's back.
You're going into politics. But I just wanted to red ball the thing on Anne-Marie. Now, if the tides didn't turn the way they did with what the viewers watched and how they treated Anne-Marie, would she have ever given that low-key apology on her part? And the other part is, you're forgetting Anne-Marie is a grown woman, regardless if any of her family members were dying or anything. She knows how to talk to people, how to be respectful. And if she has had a bad upbringing and feeling insecure, why would you lash out and treat others like that? You wouldn't do it because you know how it feels. So don't do it to others. And why did it take her so long to give that little apology, which I felt was still half-heart? Because if she came really with a heart on her, she would have apologized to us straight away.
She did. She apologized during the season before they ended.
She only apologized.
Did she come with a heart? Or
she apologized before the Spain trip, so she could go on the trip and cause more havoc.
So she can spend Sutton's money.
Right.
Was it a real apology, or was it just an excuse?
It was to get on this plane apology.
Controversy.
It was to get on this plane apology so I can start stuff with Crystal next. That's what it was.
So basically, it's like what I said. It was just a case of causing more controversy. The thing is, Anne-Marie needs to take accountability for herself. She's a grown-ass woman.
Yeah.
Her behavior, And someone in a medical field needs to be professional. And she shouldn't have opened her mouth. She should have just said, "I don't want to talk about this situation because
or that's
it's
not
medical.
my
It's
specialty.
medical, and I'm not at work at the moment, so I'm not
Mhm.
qualified to give you that information because I'm not
And
getting
you're not
paid. I'm not on the
asking.
clock."
And she
That
wasn't
part.
asking Candor.
Pardon?
Not soliciting her advice.
Yes,
All of that was unsolicited.
I've got a. My cousin's a doctor, and obviously he'd say stuff to us. But if anyone came to him and asking him for advice outside of work, he would turn around and say, "You've got to phone up your GP, or you've got to contact the hospital through your GP, like your local doctors, to get an appointment." He wouldn't discuss anything medical to someone off direct because you're not allowed to. It's wrong. You need to be diagnosed. You need to be properly analysed and everything like that to come up with a decision. And the way she came across and the way she said it, I'm sorry, Manuel, she was out of order.
Okay, but let me ask you this, the three of y'all.
Okay.
I'm talking about lighters and everything.
She has apologized, and y'all keep saying she needs to take accountability, whatever. So
Even that?
she already apologized multiple times. What else can she do at this point? Should Sutton
Just
hand her
leave
a
it.
sword?
Just
Should
leave
Sutton
it.
hand her a
Said
sword
what
so
she
she
said.
could bleed
That's
out in front of
Manuel.
her, or
Do
whatever?
you
No,
know
no,
what
no.
it is? Do you know what it is? A real apology is done straight away, properly, showing that she was in the wrong, why she was in the wrong, not just her part. That's a real apology. Because at the end of the day, that's up to the other person to apologize for their part. And it's not for her to say my part. That's the bit I don't like. She just say, "I apologize for my behavior, how I came across and approached it. It was not professional, and it wasn't. And it came across harsh. It did. And she could say I was going through things, but I'm not going to use that as an excuse. I shouldn't have said what I said, and I do apologize. And I shouldn't have been talking behind your back to other people.
Yeah, she could
In
have.
front of the situation.
I'll let her
That,
apology. I mean, the season's over. Here's what
that's
we'll
an
do.
apology.
Here's what
That's
we'll
an
do.
apology. But the thing is, I think Anne Marie has been taken down the garden path with the likes of Kyle.
Kyle is
Yeah,
not her friend.
she's not. And
And
if
then
Anne
you
Marie
guys
is
top it off.
smart,
Kyle even said, and during this, she's like, "Oh, I hardly even know Anne Marie. Hasn't that come out since the season?"
see, this is the thing, and the thing, this is what Kyle does to every single one of them. If she can do that to LVP, remember how she checked Camille in the first season of Housewives?
Yeah.
Remember how she checked the woman who called herself a witch, and then she tried to use Jewish symbolism as well, trying to
Mm-hmm.
anti-Semitic and stuff like that. She's
Mm-hmm.
done this to loads of people. She even stirred the pot for what you call it, Gigi's mother.
Yolanda.
Gigi, yeah.
Yes.
This has been going through, and now she's working on Dorit and Sutton this season. Like, come on, like enough's enough. And Anne Marie should have been straight enough, saying, and I know fine well she's been watching this show and smart enough to know, do not run up Kyle's backside because it's not going to end well. A little
It's not.
best friend Teddy didn't last long.
She's gonna leave you all out by yourself. You know what? If Vile doesn't come back next year, then I'll be on Anne Marie's side, you guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, I will definitely give her some support because she won't have she won't be a minion. Right now she was
exactly.
a minion. That's why she's getting all this flack.
That's
She
true.
did
Exactly.
not stand up in her own womanness. She was doing obvious thing. I mean, you don't even know these people, but you know their issues, and that's what you're talking to them about. That was very inauthentic. And so perhaps she'll have a chance to really resonate next season. I'm gonna give her a chance. I give everybody another chance. She didn't do anything to me personally. I'm not with her blaming other Black women. Hopefully, her actions will speak a lot louder than all these fake apologies next season. And I'll give her room. And you're right. My dad died. Her mom died. We're two orphans almost. And so I will give her a little more grace. And I want to see her do better. I want her to make it right because this is not a good taste to leave in the people's mouth, Anne Marie.
I will touch upon one thing as well with Sutton. When she came in and said that thing about the pill thing, I was like, wow, Sutton, really? And then I've got to think, I'm not in that country, especially because when I've been doing my research, the South is very heated in race, and it's ridiculous. It really is. Let people be people and just get bloody along. It's crazy. But when you've been grown up in that environment and you're used to it, that's how you're going to behave and react. But you've also got to think, like, as an adult, would I like to be treated like that? And I kind of think it's a good thing in a way that she has made friends with Crystal and Garcelle, because it's shown her what's right and what's wrong. But then
Yeah.
again, I'm keep on going back thinking, when you're an adult, I mean, I was brought up, treat others how you would like to be treated yourself. And that's how I go by. And if you treat them with disrespect and slurs and everything like that, it's not respect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like having common ground. Like, how would you like it if someone turned around and said that about you? You know what I mean? You just wouldn't. You don't do shit like that.
Right.
It's not cool.
Right.
But I'm going to go again. But I just wanted to point that out. I think Anne-Marie's apology should have been done as fast as possible and
As
properly, like,
fast and sincere as possible.
as soon as she opened her mouth.
Yeah.
No go behind people's backs, no doing that. And she shouldn't have waited that long to get a backlash. That's why
Yeah.
she's gotten the backlash what she has, because she felt she was right. And
Mhm.
she wasn't. It was disgusting behaviour. And I do feel sorry for her outside of this when it comes to not being able with the children situation and a family situation.
Mhm.
But we only going off what we see on camera on the show. Well,
You're
that's
right.
how I do it. So that's the discussion, what's going on. Now, if the same happened with Garcelle doing that to someone, I'd be the same with Garcelle. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing, Garcelle?
What the
Crystal.
heck?
Yeah, I was the same when Sutton was doing that with the pool thing. I was going, this ain't right. You know what I mean? You call people out regardless of what skin tone they are. You call people out when they're doing wrong. It's stupid. And it's wrong for her to drag Garcelle in because she's a black woman. Garcelle should not
Yeah.
be supported just because she's black. It's stupid. If you do wrong, you do wrong. It's as simple as that. Because what's it teaching people? Oh, we'll just stick together even if we're in the wrong, regardless.
Mm-hmm.
It's like segregation. You know what I mean? And that's wrong. Let people can think how they want to think and stand on their own, regardless which background they come from. You know what's right and you know what's wrong. People need to
Bingo.
start taking accountability for their own behaviour and actions and how they treat others. And that's what's lost in society today.
Yeah.
It stems from classism all the way down. And it really
Right.
does.
Right.
I feel like the isms start with classism and
Yes,
then yeah.
honestly, larger, it is classism altogether.
Mhm. Mhm.
Classism is behind it all, the way the government's
Yeah.
going on. It's all classism. Even
Yep.
people above the government and that, the elites, Rothschilds,
Right.
the whole lot. It's classism. It's in
Yeah.
every single country. It's disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm gonna go. I'm sorry I went on a tirade.
No. You know what? I appreciate when people are willing to have hard conversations with people they don't know. I mean, and look, we're all here to learn from each other, just like even we're here to learn from Anne Marie how not to talk about somebody's medical condition and then half-ass apologize for it when you get backlash
Yeah,
and then blame black people. So yeah,
yeah.
we're all on a learning curve here, you
Mm-hmm.
know. It's
It's
all good. It's all
ridiculous.
good. And Anne Marie is a lovely, lovely human. And let me just also say thank you for being courageous enough, Anne Marie, to come on and give us your life, even if the eighth housewife chopped it up to mess.
I want to know is, I'm looking at Bravo as well before I go. The if this is what Anne-Marie's had to have, why weren't Bravo showing all this, which is more interesting? And
Yeah.
they've steered towards Anne-Marie being
Mm-hmm.
the bad one, the instigator.
Mm-hmm.
And this is under Kyle with production. And I
Yeah.
wouldn't be shocked if Kyle pushed that story as well with her being production in it. I'm sorry. I want to see the real people. I would have liked Anne-Marie more better if I seen this what was going on. Her hard times going through what she's doing, like genuine real life, what rich people do. They like trying to adopt or having a child or whatever it is. This is what I want to see more than this silly fake diagnosis crap and then the tit for tat bitching behind someone's back. It's so redundant. It's so 10 years ago. I expect that from Atlanta a decade ago. You know what I mean? It's just stupid.
Yeah.
Like, come on, let's move forward. My brain cells is too good to be wasted on that crap. That's why I switched off from it. I swear to God. But anyways, again, lovely people. Everyone have fun. I'm gonna go.
Bye.
Have fun with the nephews.
Bye.
Yes,
We'll
I'm
see.
just waiting on them to be
Thanks for
supposed to
coming,
be
Candor.
please.
Now the one
Hug them first.
Crystal actually doesn't get all the way off my hook either, Emmanuel.
Okay.
Because we do know that Crystal, since all this stuff happened on Real Housewives of Miami, had a party in Beverly Hills where she uninvited Gertie because
Come
Larsa
on.
was.
Mhm.
So actually, Crystal's going to be on my list, and she better act accordingly next season because so far she's starting off in the negative from how she was acting off season, and she better come correct. She better do something extra special because at this point, disinviting the cancer victim for the bag of mayonnaise who needs to get lanced and pinned and freaking squeezed out
Not a
is
bag of
not a good look.
Also,
And
how bad did Marcus look at that reunion in that dressing room?
look, Marcus Pippen is looking really bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's his name, Marcus Pippen.
Oh damn.
You didn't? Did you watch Corey the reunion for Miami?
No, because I didn't watch Miami. I don't like Miami.
Oh, you should watch the reunion. Marcus was in that dressing room, and every time Larsa would get into it with someone, he'd be like, "Oh, I wish I was there to shut them up." It was so embarrassing.
He's young, and he's young, and my thing is, I didn't like the ladies when they first came on so long ago, so they lost me back then. They lost me around season 2 with Joanna Krupa.
Oh, Joanna
Leah
was
Black.
a problem for me.
Yeah, so they lost me back then. Once you lose me, that's it. Like Salt Lake lost me with Jenny Wynn. I'm gone.
But how are you going to know if they get you again unless you watch again after Jenny's off?
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Because Mary's coming back and she's a full
I don't care about
holder.
Mary.
Jenny Wynn is gone.
I don't care for Mary.
Yeah, I'm kind of like.
Yeah, I don't care for Mary.
Did you see that Mary and Angie K are becoming besties?
Who?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
And it looked like they could be. I'm glad. Hey,
That'll
okay
be interesting
with me.
to see.
That's okay with me. As long
Yeah,
as
I
it's
don't
not
care
with
for
Heather. I don't like Heather. Is Tasha K pregnant, you guys?
Who?
Is Tasha K pregnant?
Stassi's pregnant?
No, Tasha K. Is Tasha K pregnant?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even care.
I think she might be prego. She's been looking very belly filled lately, but she hasn't done a Drea announcement yet.
You know what it is? It's probably she stress eating. No, she owe these people this money.
Maybe. But okay, so yeah, I'm gonna like her if she comes back. I'll be nice to Anne Marie. I'm looking at Crystal cross-eyed. Sebastian's finally gonna be watching Real Housewives of Miami this weekend, and then he's off for spring break this week. So me and him are gonna talk about Miami reunions. I think we're doing it tomorrow sometime. Are either of you guys free? Did you watch Miami?
Yep. I'll be here.
I would love to hear your POVs because I love
during my bus layover. Yeah, I'll watch.
Okay, because look, we got to talk about it. Lisa and Larsa, they can go. Do you need to see either of them next season, Lisa and Larsa?
Who, me?
Manny?
Nope.
You? Corey?
Yeah, no, because I'm not watching.
Yeah, see, she already does.
I'm not watching.
But I say for Beverly Hills next season, get rid of Kyle. Dorit and Crystal both need to be. I want them to go, but I won't be so rude, so I'll demote both of them to friends of. So then we'll have full-time housewives. We'll have Garcelle, Sutton, Erica, Anne Marie, and then we can get maybe Camille can come back, and we can get 2 other ones.
Why Camille? Camille is
stay going.
What has Camille done?
You don't think she's kind of crazy?
Can stay going.
No, I do not like Camille. I'm pretty sure. Camille has never been Look, the only time I did like Camille, she was married to Kelsey Grammer, and the only reason I like Kelsey is because he did Sisters, the Girlfriends.
I never liked Kelsey. Period.
I only like
Ever.
Girlfriends.
Because I used to watch him on Cheers back in the day.
I used to I like him on Frasier too. I liked him when he had his brother thing and he was trying to date that lady. I kind of liked him a couple of times. But yeah, the only reason I even liked Camille was because she was married to the guy that did Girlfriends. I don't know nothing about Camille. I don't care.
No one know. You know what? I know Camille was a I'm holding up air quotes, guys. MTV dancer. And I know she did a soft porn film. That's all I know about Camille. But I knew Kelsey Grammer was poop. You know, was a poop head person.
Oh, you did already?
Oh yeah, I already knew he was a poop head and a womanizer, and I knew him and David Foster are just alike. They give their wives 10 years, and then they ready to trade up for a younger version.
Oh my gosh, is that what's happening?
Yes.
You know, this would never happen, but I would love for Jackie Christie to go to the Real Houses of Beverly Hills.
Why?
That's never going to happen because she don't have no real money. She lives in the valley.
You don't think so?
No.
Jackie Christie ain't got no damn money.
What?
No. Garcelle got more money than Jackie Christie.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you serious?
Sure. Oh yeah.
I'm trying to think if they showed her house this last season. I can't.
She has a rental that looks like regular schmegular houses off season.
Oh.
Yeah, she doesn't. They all, even Evelyn's, they all rent a space for that, for the thing. That's not their regular schmegular houses.
Yeah, because especially in Evelyn's case, she had death threats. She doesn't want no one know where she lives. And even Tamar and them, they don't use their real homes. Because for the longest time, Tamar used the front of the Malibu Rocky Oaks winery house that's for sale now as her house. Yeah. So I tweeted her once. I said, why are you using Malibu Rocky Oaks for your home? Did y'all buy that?
Was that after Vince?
Crickets.
Crickets?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they all use faux homes because what happened was the Kardashians always use their real homes, and all of them live in that same little Calabasas area. Oh, so they were getting broken into and stuff.
Right, because I remember when Tamar lived with Vince, she said they were neighbors with Justin Bieber.
Yeah. That's why they didn't use their home. And down the street from Justin Bieber was the Michael Jackson's kids. And now the only one that lives in that area of Calabasas is Blanket. Oh no, excuse me. His name is BG now. BG. And he has a home in BG in that area now.
Oh.
He bought a home when he was 18. Yeah. He bought a fixer-upper. Mm-hmm. Like a 1980s home, and then he fixed it up.
I agree with Tori Hart that if Jalen didn't want a baby, he should have pulled out.
Is this any good?
Of Drea, that is.
Okay.
He should have strapped up.
He really should have.
They need to get Drea back on Basketball Wives.
Too quick, fast, in a hurry, huh? She's the ultimate.
See this drama.
Yeah, and plus he's a basketball player.
Oh, is he?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Erica's little like he's playing sports.
Erica's boy though reminds me of Hey.
You don't know if the boy's dumb. You don't know that.
Well, he definitely talks sports more than world stuff. He definitely is talking that more than that. But look, she got a good sperm donor. She picked. Look, I can tell you. So you guys know I'm married. My husband, he had track sperm when we made our second baby. So he's always been a world-class athlete, top notch. I mean, He has a 12 pack. He has a Adonis belt. My man is fine, right? And he's also a quick runner. He's a natural at everything. And women who know that if you want that passed on, then you have to have that in who that person is. So he's a natural in sports. He's smart. He's all this, that, and the other. So he was literally training for the Olympics when we had our second son. And he was training for the 45 and under class or whatever. And he placed third, and you needed to place like gold in order to get on the team. But he placed like silver. So his knees wasn't kneeing. But anyway, he was about to get the thing as an older athlete. And I got pregnant while he was practicing and conditioning for like the 2 years he had been conditioning and doing his stuff. And then I get pregnant. You know that he used track sperm. That's what we called our baby at first. Well, he's also a gravy, but we called him TS. I'd be like, you better go get TS at the park. You know what TS was? Track sperm. He used his track sperm in that baby, and I wasn't going to be able to catch that baby because the baby ran inexplicably faster than our first child because he had been conditioning with track sperm. So all I know is if this boy is in his prime, the Jalen man is in his prime, and she's in her prime of sorts, the two primes together make an Optimus Prime, hopefully. That's all I can say. She picked a good sperm donor.
Speaking of sperm, did y'all see Lala Kent is pregnant again?
Yeah, and I'm arguing with people in the comments because I'm like, oh, two babies and two baby daddies sound familiar. I'm like, ooh, she basic. And the people are eating me up. Oh, she didn't do this. She got an IVF. I'm like, so the sperm is artificial too, or else is there still another dad involved? They're like trying to make it all okay, bending all the rules for this white lady. Oh, and as long as she's not relying on the system, look, the system of our views, okay. And then they were like, and as long as she's happy, I'm like, she was just on the show complaining about being a single mom. And how hard it is for her.
Yep.
But keep on making things up for her. They're like, oh, do you know her personally? I'm like, you're arguing with strangers. Do you know her personally? Like, it was so weird. It's just, I heard she was pregnant again. And it's interesting because I said when Keke Palmer, you know, a Disney princess, the melanated one who's going through it with the old dude, when she got pregnant, people were in our community were like, oh, look at us glorifying single mothers and giving her the business, you know. And it's so interesting that they take cornrows and make it cute to wear at work, and our kids can't even go to finish high school classes with it. And it's just, I don't know, it just feels like what's good for some geese aren't good for the ganders, and then it's glorified in their culture and looked down on. And Nick Cannon can literally afford every child he has, but he's just a daddy making machine. And you know what? It's just too many things that are leading back to the word. Damn it. Look, she can be a single mom if she wants to, but don't knock other single moms
of color.
She
had a whole photo shoot with her little pregnant belly.
Yeah.
Yep.
But our good sis can't have her babe and have her rocking career.
Corey, are you watching the Oscars tonight?
I'm going to wait because I'm going to wait until it gets to the streaming service because I just want to see the indigenous drum circle. That's all I want.
Because I know you love looking at the fashions.
I do love the fashions. I may watch the red carpet, but I'm not watching the ceremony. Since what happened when it was so colorful and cultural and ethnic, I love that ceremony. They're never going to do it again. I'm surprised they're allowing my indigenous brothers and sisters to have a drum circle.
Why are they not doing it again?
You know why.
They must be doing some kind of ritual where they need to. Are they doing some kind of ritual where they need the ancestors in this energy or something that they're allowing this to happen?
I have no idea, but the girl, I can't think of her name right now, but the actress who is the star of Flower Moon Killers, she's the
that's the movie I was talking about. Oh my god,
she's the first indigenous actress to be to be nominated for a Oscar. Really? And if you get the irony, when Marlon Brando won an Oscar and he sent the fake indigenous woman from San Francisco to the ceremony to accept his statue, and John Wayne tried to choke her out, and now they're going to, this woman will possibly win tonight.
That was a good movie. Actually, I haven't finished it yet. It was hard to watch. I read the book, and we'll listen to it. And it was very haunting for a long time. All those girls would end up at the bottom of a thing, and the men would just take all their rights, and they would just pretend like everybody wasn't murdered in that whole entire town. And all these. Did you guys hear that? Oh my God, that specific movie and the pioneer woman, cooking lady on TV. Her family literally has their legacy from being the white people in that movie.
Really?
What?
From taking
from taking birthrights and $5 Indianing the people. Pioneer woman's legacy is that legacy.
Wow. But you know what? I'm gonna send you a book written by not a clear journalist. That's what Killers of the Flower Moon was written by. A one of the indigenous people of that tribe wrote another book about it. I'm gonna find it. The title for you is not on Audible. I looked. So I'll send you that title so you can read that as well. Because I'm gonna read it as well.
That'll be good. Yeah.
I think
they were considered one of the civilized tribes that went through the Trail of Tears.
Wow. What were we saying, Manny?
I think the best picture will probably come down to either Killer of the Flower Moon or Oppenheimer. I think it's going to be between those two.
I bet it'll be Oppenheimer because it's about,
Yeah, kaboom.
Yeah, but Oppenheimer.
Watch what you say.
He spelled doom for the entire human race. Come on, man.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, did we got
watch what you say. You don't want to demonetize her.
I think we got NWs, huh?
Oh no, the NWs.
And
okay, wait. Let's listen to this.
Marcus says he wishes he was on that couch. I was like, did he go to the Peter Thomas School of Wanting to be a Housewife? Marcus comes out and tells Larsa to keep her throne, queen. If Edwin ever said that to me, I would honestly barf. Do you like when people call you queen? I have some fans that will say, hi, queen. Weirdly, I don't.
Okay, so that was them talking about, and see, Teddy's not the right person to say any of this stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
That was not okay. But let's listen one more time.
Marcus says he wishes he was on that couch. I was like, did he go to the Peter Thomas School of Wanting to be a Housewife?
Okay, who the fuck does she think she is?
Thank you, Teddy.
Why is she invoking Peter Thomas? Why didn't she go to the Joe Giudice? Why didn't she go to the ones who actually get paid?
To Brooks?
Why did she go to Peter Thomas when there are other house husbands who are way more in the mess, more vocally since he's left our televisions? But because Teddy's an issue, you guys. They gave Teddy a microphone and they let her get away with saying a lot of macro aggressive shit. And yeah, I'm gonna have to get in these comments. This is on 2 T's in a Pod, and I'm gonna have to tell Teddy this is a little you're getting too comfortable, Teddy.
With her brown husband.
Too comfortable.
And her brown children.
Comfortable invoking black husbands. Too comfy. There.
You know, Eddie's good enough. What is Teddy's husband's name?
By Peter Thomas.
We care.
Because he was the black
Edward.
man that asked to get paid? Is that why? Because that's how he's remembered as the black man that wanted too much?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. So he went to the Peter Thomas School of Housewife. Wait, what the fuck did she say again?
Of house husbands.
Watch yourself. I'm telling her, watch yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Watch yourself before you cancel yourself. That's what I'm telling her.
Yeah.
I'm telling her right now. You guys can hear my little clicks. Watch yourself before.
Mm-hmm.
Be in a 4.
All I want to say is that I want Killers of the Flower Moon to win, not Oppenheimer.
Yeah, but unless it had some sex scenes that I didn't see, I don't think that it will.
Yeah, no, but I hope she wins.
Yeah.
That was a good movie.
Because I think we need some more firsts.
Yeah, we do.
We had Michelle Yeoh as a first. We had Data from The Goonies was a first.
Oh, yeah.
We need some more firsts. We need our colored brothers and sisters to get their just dues too.
You got that right.
We need more firsts.
You got that right.
We need more glass ceiling breakage.
The Peter Thomas School of wanting to be a housewife. She just emasculated Peter and Marcus. I'm not checking for Marcus Pippin at all, but they need to leave Peter alone. He got his own issues right now. And why aren't you saying these stream of words around white husbands wanting to be a housewife? That was very, ooh, blonde blue.
Real suspect there, honey.
Okay, I got it in the comments. I'm gonna wait for her tribe to come in after me because they hate getting told shit. I told them. And I'm loving Megan the Stallion in Japan in all of her anime looks and stuff. It's so fun.
Yeah,
she's
love her
having
over
such
there.
a good time, you guys.
They do love us over there.
Mm-hmm.
They fetishize us.
They do?
Yes.
Damn.
But they love her because she looks like an anime person.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
she's living, breathing anime to them.
Meanwhile, Nicki Minaj, did y'all see she's on tour and she's getting mad at her fans?
No, I didn't see. Is she getting mad at them?
Why?
Yeah, because she gave the microphone to one of them, and I guess the lady didn't know the lyrics. Nicki grabbed that microphone. She got angry. She was like, ah! She was so mad that she didn't know the words.
I don't know where to find it.
Nicki got other mental issues going down.
Yeah, like loving pedophiles allegedly.
I can
Let's turn that off. Allegedly.
Sorry.
Do I have my allegedly thing up? Yeah. But you guys, I've been on here for 3 hours. This is crazy. I came on because I started with Melody. Her lemon body butter is the bomb. It's daylight savings turn, spring forward, fall back. And then I went into Anne-Marie, and then you guys came up here, and I promised to give Anne-Marie another chance if she's blessed to come back next season, if her husband's side thing doesn't ruin it all. She's not too embarrassed to come back and bring it to the TV. But I appreciate you both for coming up here and bringing us your POVs. And I love you both.
Love you
they
more.
both have channels in these YouTube streets. Manny's TV Talk, Lola Lane. Go through and smash their buttons. Thanks for sharing your POVs. Smash my buttons, you guys. I'm trying to get to 2,000 sooner than later.
You'll do it.
And slow and steady wins my race usually, but I'll take fast and hard.
Won't we all?
But ring the bells, you guys. Leave a comment. See you in the next video.
Bye.